Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to episode 27 of the A-Listers, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, it's been 27 episodes. We've been going for a while now. Big up to you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us, whether you're watching this right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch us on the replay. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so. Everyone right here, right now, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so. And guys, people in the video will tell you right now, guys, it's not always my fault. I get it. I'm late to my own streams, so it's not believable. It's the whatever that cried wolf. I keep getting that saying wrong. You get me? But it's not me. I'm here. There's a member still missing, and there's a member who just joined. So it's not everything is Husam's fault, you guys. You get me? Sometimes I am innocent. Joining us on the channel first is a guy that's, absolutely destroyed West Ham 6-0 on the weekend. And he's here to talk about his marvelous team dunking on West Ham by 6-0, their biggest loss. Man like Egal is in the building. How are you doing, Egal?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm chilling. My team's playing well. Since we went to Dubai, we've been scoring a lot of goals. 6-0 is actually an Arsenal record for an away goals in a Premier League match. And I'm very happy to see my team putting in great performances. I wonder what guys are going to come up with today to slander my team. It's going to be interesting.
Lucky for you, Hamza ain't here, so yeah, he's the only one who's going to try to minimize that win right there. That fraud is always late, yeah. I'm going to call him out now on the stream. Bozo, wallahi. 2-1 win against Aston Villa. Scott McTominay single-handedly saving Ten Hag's career at Manchester United. Cannot write this. Scott McTominay is genuinely saving Ten Hag's career. And the man from Athens is here to talk to us about Manchester United beating Aston Villa 2-1 away from home. We have to talk about it. Grigsy, how you doing, Habibi?
Doing good. Big up everyone in the panel. Big up everyone in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Scott McTominay. For all my basketball fans out there, we like to call this the sixth man off the bench arriving. Scott McTominay. I'm not his biggest fan, bro, but off the bench, this guy provides the goods. I can't.
I'd call him the Lou Williams, but that's so disrespectful to Lou Williams. So I'm not gonna do.
Lou was the bucket getter.
Lemon pepper Lou. Big up.
Nah, bro. Man United first away win in the last 2 years against a top 9 opposition away from home. We finally broke in the streak. It only took almost 2 years, and undefeated in 2024. I haven't lost yet. I have not lost in 2024 yet. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but until it's over, we'll be along for the ride. You know what I'm saying?
Fairs. Nico saying you can't even call him Lou. I won't. I promise you, I won't. This guy's more like
unlike Lewis, he actually bigs up the midfielders that perform for his team.
He still got to go though in the summer. Let's not overgas.
Speaking of Lewis, man's just arrived. You get me? Right on cue. I don't know what's more embarrassing: McTominay saving Ten Hag's job or Gallagher saving Pochettino's job. Joining us on the channel, of course, you guys know him. Listen, he's been on the channel multiple times. You've seen us on the Back Again podcast earlier on today together. Poch's biggest hater is in the building. Man like Lewis. How you doing, Lewis, brother?
Big up, everybody. Poch out as always. No to terrorism. And it's good to be back after a victory. It's good to be back. Feel like it'll be very quick talking about Chelsea this episode because I feel like I could wrap that game up in a minute. But yeah, it's good to be back. Apologies for the lateness, plus is what it is. But yeah, big up to the panel, big up to the chat. And that might be my last league win for a while, so I'm going to enjoy it for what it is.
Bro, that was top-notch celebration by your players.
Yeah, man, that was some nice slims. But the away fans deserve that as well. They've been dying on the road the last few weeks, months.
Oh, my days. I feel like there's only one club to begin with, to be honest with you. And that's not Arsenal, who has the biggest win. And that's not myself. I'm actually going to start with Manchester United. Because I feel like that's probably... it would be fair to say a bit of an unexpected win. Actually, something's going to happen this episode that hasn't happened in 27 episodes. Everyone is going to start their club segment by talking about their own club. This is not the time where they have to wait till everyone's done roasting and kicking them while they're
Again.
down. We're actually gonna let people talk about their own clubs, you guys, which is fucking madness compared to what usually happens on the show. By the way, as my three panelists have been saying, guys, there's 300 people in here. We ain't even started talking about the football yet. Get the likes up. Yalla, 150 likes, 200 likes. Let's go. You guys know how we are on A-listers. Grigs, Man United 2, Aston Villa 1. And like Scotty T, you get me, Scotty 2 Hottie, saving your football club. Talk to the people, brother. What are you saying?
Top 4 is in sight. So right now, I'm looking up at the table right now. I'm seeing Aston Villa, Boubacar Kamara ACL injury, Unai Emery. This is around the time that he started bottling the league. The guy hasn't made top 4 with his respective clubs since 2017, since he was at PSG. Never got it with Villarreal. Obviously, never got it with Arsenal. We all remember what happened. So it's in his blood to kind of bottle top 4. And then my other competitor is Spurs, and they got the win on Saturday against Brighton. Brennan Johnson winner, but we all know with Ange's philosophy, it's a very high risk, high reward. So they're gonna drop points when they don't deserve to through like a last minute goal. While for me, I've always said Man United are the epitome of stealing points when we don't deserve them. We're the epitome of that. We'll win a game that we have no business winning because we have some quality players that just know how to get the winner. Scott McTominay somehow turned into one of those players. I don't know how that's happened, but this year the guy is doing the business where he needs to.
How? He done this against Brentford at home as well. Like, how's this a thing now?
Even Wolves, when he came off the bench last week, he scored a goal to make it 3-1. Obviously, he didn't get the winner, but he's coming off the bench getting points, and we're getting a lot of players back now. Obviously, Casemiro's been back for like the last month. He's looked decent. He looked decent in the second half, not the first half. He was pretty poor. Marcus Rashford was good for me on Sunday. Højlund, another goal. Ever since he scored that first one, the goals are just coming in bunches now, which is what I expected. I said once he gets that first one, they're just going to come. Obviously, the 5-5 is not going to be sustainable. Eventually, he's going to go about a couple of games, 3 games without scoring. But it's good to see that he can get like the 5-5. That's what you expect from a top striker. Garnacho's look decent on the right. Bruno Fernandes, unfortunately, still on my football club. I might start turning my agenda towards him because this guy, I've never seen a more physically weak midfielder in my life. If you go look at Bruno Fernandes' dual numbers every single week, they're like 25%. It's always 3 out of 9, 3 out of 10, 3 out of 9 every single week. The guy has no physical. He has no muscle. He definitely doesn't do gym. Defense was solid. Luke Shaw injury again, but thankfully it was just a precaution. And Diogo Dalot, I need to start pushing Diogo Dalot prop because for me, he's my player of the season. I think a couple like other YouTubers have
player of the season
for United. I think Diogo Dalot deserves player of the season for Man United. I think first. Because when you look at this, first of all, availability is the best ability, right? When you look at that back 4, every single player has missed time through injury except Diogo Dalot. He's been the only consistent player in there. He's had to play left back. He's had to play right back. So you gotta value the versatility. And since the turn of the calendar year, I've had no reason to complain about him. His performances have gotten better. That cross for the winner, peach of a cross. That's the kind of cross that you expect from your right back, Trent. That's a cross you expect from. That's the cross you expect from Reece James. That's that kind of quality of a cross, right? So I've got nothing but praise for him. And right now, that top 4, that spot's looking. I'm looking up to the table. I'm like, I can definitely get Villa.
Don't you think you're looking too far ahead because you're too gassed talking about top 4 now? Do you think you're looking too far ahead?
No, I'm really not because if you look at you 3, City, Arsenal, Liverpool are far away. That's we can never get. So then. Bro, it's Spurs. They're Spurs. Until they can prove to me that they can finish above me in the table since Pochettino left, they haven't done that. So can they prove to me that they can finish above me in the table? Since Poch left Spurs, they have never finished above. They haven't finished above United in the table.
Oh, that's 2019.
So the last 4 years, they haven't finished above us in the table. So they got to prove to me.
And manager, who would have known?
I'm just looking. Also, that 5th spot is probably going to be Champions League. Let's be serious. City are going to go far in the Champions League. They're probably going to make semifinals, finals. Arsenal.
Yeah, you might support me in the Europa final if you want to make Champions.
You guys are probably going to go far in the Europa League final. I don't really care if you win the Europa League final. I'm not going to lie. You've already won it to it. You already won it, so it's not like it's good.
Can you sit down, please, so we can add you without us? There you are.
That top 4 spot. That top
4 spot. Go get it, Hamza. That's okay.
That top 4-5 spot, I'm looking at like it's easily achievable. Man United, we done it. I know people are gonna say our goal difference is.
I think 5th is a possibility, but 4th I think is a step too far right now.
I don't know. Well, have you seen Spurs' April schedule? They got
okay, but I'll tell you something. Spurs went through their bad run.
They're getting their players back.
Yeah, and they're getting their players back. That's the thing.
Well, okay, look at April though. They
Like,
got,
would
they
you
gotta go
just
to,
like, let's say Madison to win them 2 games, Son to win them 2 games, shit like that? That's what I
Okay,
mean.
but
Like, they do have
where
more
this
games.
though?
Bro,
We also say
one
this though.
second. Get on level on points with them first before you
Well,
start
what, 3
talking
points
about beating
behind
them,
them?
because your goal difference is basically another 3 points.
That's
You're
also a
so
fair
behind on
point.
goal difference.
That's a fair point, but if we look at Spurs is right, like in terms of actually no, Spurs did finish above.
But what's the points gap? What's the points gap?
I think it's 5.
Currently, they're only 6
You
points
realize
behind.
5
But-
points is
oh
5
my
points.
god, the goal difference is 15 though. Egal is
whatever.
5 points.
We're never catching up to
5
them in goal
points
difference.
plus goal difference, it's 8. So overall, you need to clear.
6 points.
You need an 8-point swing with Tottenham. Do you play them again?
No, we don't. But they also got to
Well,
go
you're
to
screwed.
Anfield.
You don't play them again.
No, they got to go to Anfield. They got to go to
Oh,
Anfield.
so okay, so you're waiting for other people to do your job. You're screwed. You're done.
Why? Well, that's the beauty. That's the
Listen,
Premier League every single year.
I've gone through it for the last 2 years. I'm telling you from
No.
experience.
No. There's a difference. You've
I'm
been
telling you
competing
from
against Man
experience.
City. You competed against Man City last year. We're
One
not competing
second.
against Man
I
City.
competed against Tottenham. We finished 1 point
And
behind
Tottenham
them.
the year before.
Okay, that's
I'm
Antonio
telling you
Conte
right
Spurs,
now.
bro. That was
I'm
an
telling you right
Antonio
now,
Conte
bro.
Spurs, and that was Harry
I'm telling
Kane.
you right now. I'm telling you right now. You don't have the level of consistency to make up an 8-point swing. If you
Spurs have to go to Anfield. They gotta
no,
play
but you're
you.
forgetting you don't
Yeah.
have the consistency to outscore them by 8 points.
Why acting like Spurs is
Because
some
not
super
only
team?
do you have to go on a run, they need to drop points and you need to sustain your run. Do you understand that the two things have to coexist? You cannot slip up.
I'll follow
Even if you get 10 games on the bounce, if they get 8, that's enough for them to win to go through.
No, but Grigs, you know why Egal's point makes sense? Because of the goal
I
difference.
get the point.
I'll tell you what I mean. Let's say you win 2, they lose 2. They're still above you by like 10 goals.
Usam,
minimum.
what happened to
That's-
Liverpool the first time you went back to Champions League under Klopp? The Arsenal, Liverpool, we were so close. They had like 8 goals clear of us. No matter
Yeah.
what, even if we went level on points on the final day and they somehow lost, we were screwed.
The goal
So it's
difference
happened
does
to
make
me.
a
There's 14
It's
games
happened
left,
to
right?
me
There's
in the
14
last
games
5
left, right?
years like 6
I
times.
remember that.
There's 14 games left.
Look at
We
Chelsea,
have to-
Aston Villa.
score every game.
Look at
There's
Chelsea,
four-
Leicester.
We're not catching up to them in goal difference.
Look at Chelsea, Leicester a couple years
I've been
ago.
defeated in that, right? So there's 3 games we
Oh.
have to make up, right? So we're 6 points
Yes.
behind them, so 9 with goal difference, right?
Yes.
Just 3 games we have to outbeat them by 3 games. I believe we could do that because when I
Bro,
look at that April
you guys
schedule,
can't. You guys don't have
Bro.
the consistency.
Anfield, they have Anfield, Arsenal, City, and Newcastle in St. James
Who are
Park
you
in the
playing?
same month.
Who are you
You
playing?
have to come to our ground. Liverpool has to come to our ground. Newcastle have to come to our ground. All our hard games remaining, except Etihad away, are at our ground.
Okay, so realistically speaking, even
He
if you
doesn't
run
work
the
hard
table
grounds.
clear, how many games do you have left?
14.
14.
14, right? So you're telling me from 14 games remaining for both teams, you need to have an 8-point swing. It is realistic, but with the level of inconsistency that you guys have had defensively and offensively, it is unrealistic to think that you guys are going to catch a run with the injuries you have to your team right now. You're missing your best center back for the majority of the season, and your team looks disjointed. Your manager was literally fighting for his life a couple of weeks ago. All of a sudden now you think you're going to outscore a team that has been categorically better than you
No one
and is
said
about to get
outscore.
all their players
No
back.
one said outscore. I've never said
I don't like
outscoring.
Tottenham as much as anybody else on this stream, but I'm going to be honest here. The chances of Tottenham dropping top 4 is unlikely. You have a better chance of Aston Villa slipping up and you guys keep
I'm
overtaking
confident.
them.
I'm confident finishing above Aston Villa.
Okay, so then if you finish fifth, you better pray for that Champions League spot. That's it.
Bro, I just think that, first of all, we're going on a run right now. We scored over 2 goals in our last 7
I
games.
hear you.
That's a run right
I hear
there.
you. But this is where mathematics and times comes into play. The math tells you that you need to be spotless and you don't have the consistency to do that. And number 2, you don't have enough time remaining in the season for Tottenham to mess it up continuously.
Bro, there's 14
They have a
games
fully
left.
fit squad going into February.
Okay, are they going to keep that fully fit squad? We're acting like they're going to keep that
No,
fully
but
fit squad. They play the
listen.
style of football that has led to injuries the whole season, by the
But
way.
you have
That
injuries.
style of football has
But
led
you
to-
have almost season-ending injuries in Martinez.
Oh, that's not season
Martin.
ending. He's coming back in a month.
Luke Shaw's out, right?
No, he's not. It was a precaution. He's back in training
Okay.
already.
Long story short, I'm not trying to say it's impossible, but I'm saying the likelihood of you not dropping points from now to the end of the season is very unlikely. If I just
We're gonna drop.
if
we're
I
gonna
just
drop
look at your
points.
schedule, I'm going to tell you this. You could you're gonna do okay. But once you get to March, you play Man City. That's drop points right there, guaranteed. No question about it. We know you're dropping points to Man City.
I'll be a Man
Then,
United fan that day.
then from there, you have to sustain a game against Fulham, Everton, Sheffield United, Brentford, Chelsea. From those games alone, you're gonna drop points somewhere. You don't have the level of consistency to go 6 and 4, 5 on the bounce.
People said the
And
same
then-
thing when
and
played
then-
West Ham.
one
Wolves,
second,
and
one
Villa in
second.
the last
I'm
week.
being
But
very
then I
fair
guarantee
right
to drop
now.
points.
One
But then I
second, I'm
guarantee
being
drop
very
points.
fair. In 6 games, I've only said you've dropped 4 points. So hear me out now, right? I've said you've drawn 1 game and you've lost to City. You lose to Liverpool, in my opinion. There's no way Liverpool is losing to you in the final game for Klopp against Liverpool this season. There's no way you guys are going to either lose or draw against Liverpool. You accept a draw or loss? Which one?
I think we could draw that game.
Okay, and then from there you play Chelsea, Newcastle, Arsenal, and that's me giving you the wins versus Crystal Palace, Brighton, Burnley, and Bournemouth. So just from those big games alone, I think you're going to drop minimum 6 to 8 points. I think that's fair. If you drop 6 to 8 points from now to the end of the season, Tottenham don't need that much of a gap to beat you.
We'll see. I don't trust Spurs. Spurs got to prove it to me first.
No,
I
but
think
you
we
don't
can- I
trust
think we
your
can.
own team. You wanted your own manager sacked a couple months ago.
I still
You
want
don't trust
him
your
gone
own
at the end of the
players.
season.
So how
That's
all of a
different.
sudden do you trust your team over another team when you know your team is?
Because I've seen United do this consistently over the last 10 years. This is the United way, but we do this all the time. We somehow sneak our way up there.
Are you still in the FA Cup?
Yes.
The Tottenham aren't.
Okay.
That's less games for
That's
them.
games for them.
They've had one
I'm
game
sorry,
a week all
bro.
season.
I'm not gonna sit here and just listen to nonsense. I know you want to have hope for your team, but it's nonsense.
Wow. Way to kill a man down. Like, shoot,
No,
just shut
bro,
all
I'm
of
still
Grigs'
gonna be
hopes
confident,
down.
bro. My hopes
Well
are still there,
done.
bro.
Manchester fuck Man United, basically. Fair,
Bro, if I
fair.
sat here and told you, if I sit here and tell you we're what do you call it, 5 points off City at the, would you say we're gonna win the league? We're a much
There's
better
a
team.
difference, so you're chasing City and we're chasing Spurs. There's 2 different levels of competitor right there.
But guess what? When you're playing for top 4 and when you're playing for the league, there's the same level of error that you cannot have. You need to have
But
more
it's about who you're going
Listen,
up against.
I sat here 2 years ago and I told Hussam, I don't need to win all my games. I can afford to lose these many games to Tottenham and still beat Tottenham. What happened? We lost at their ground and that was it.
Okay,
I'm not even
that's
here
what we
hating.
did.
I'm genuinely telling you,
Oh, yeah. I
Have
remember
faith-
the top 4 run.
have
you're
faith in
talking
your
about.
team.
Yeah.
But the moment you see a couple points dropped, you're gonna be coming on here telling
You're
me
talking
top
about the
four is done. I'm
Conte
sorry.
season, basically. I remember which one you're talking about. The Conte season. When
Yeah.
Conte
We'll
was.
see what happens. But anyway, that fifth spot's going to be UCL, so we'll secure UCL that way minimum, and then we'll see what happens with the 4th spot. That 5th spot's going to.
Lewis, anything you want to say about the United win before we move on?
These lot are absolute cockroaches, and I'm just sick to death of having to catch up to them while they pull jammy result after jammy result out of their arse. But to a point, I'm actually impressed. Like, the amount of chances that you guys all concede per game, and you still find a way to pull some scammy 1-0 or 2-1. Fair enough. At least you're keeping yourself within the mix for Europe. We barely are. Yeah, cool. Like, big up to Onana. He had a good game. McTominay continues to just do nothing, but he ends up bagging GNA, so you have to kind of accept it to a certain point. Oh, I'm sick of United, but fair play, man.
Fair enough. Guys, Hamza's on his way. This fraud said he's getting his car keys like 10 minutes ago. Akhi, this guy, such a lack of professionalism. Imagine we were supposed to start at 11. He's here.
We could do
11:04.
Liverpool to make him angry.
Akhi, hold that, Hamza. Hold that. I'm
Oh,
not even
use
going to
it.
give you an intro. And you're going to sit bottom row next to Lewis. Hold that. How about that?
Welcome to the bottom row, bro.
Exactly.
Why?
If you want to, you have to ask people to super chat to get you. I'm going to put a price tag on your head to get you to the top row because you don't even deserve it. Pick up all the people as well who joined us from United Spurs of America. 2 super chats to go through before we move on to the next club. Shout out Jacob for the raid. Big up my guy. Shout out Billy Ray Cyrus. Gonna take my horse. I'm not even going to attempt that. Big up Sam. Sorry about the Jordan match. Shukran, Habibi. Question for all of you. Neymar or Hazard in their primes? Who are you taking?
Neymar, no question.
Neymar all day.
Listen, as much as Hazard is an unbelievable winger, bro, Neymar prime, like, come on, let's have some shame. Neymar's prime, he was
Can he do it on a
ridiculous.
cold night in Stoke? That's a real question.
Absolutely, he could do it.
Lewis,
all that stuff.
Lewis, you don't have to be an asshole. It's like someone asking me prime Messi or prime Salah, and I go like, can Messi do it on a cold night in Stoke? You're such a fraud.
The debate is there, though.
Listen, Neymar, I'm gonna be honest with you, Karimi. That's a fantastic question. If Neymar
We had
wasn't
the
just so
answer in the
clear,
2018 World Cup.
you know, there's one thing that's similar between Neymar and Hazard, and only one thing, and that's dribbling. I think Neymar is like A star and Hazard is like A, but still Neymar is a level above. I'm sorry. Like, I
Neymar
think
is what Chelsea fans think Hazard is.
I agree. I think Neymar is a top 5 player of this generation. You know how I rank them? Messi, Cristiano, Iniesta, because I count him from this
Look
generation.
at Alex, this fraud, doing Saka and Neymar. What do
Yes,
you
of
do?
course, Neymar. 4, I go Suarez. 5, I put Neymar.
I have Neymar. above
I think
Suarez,
Suarez is
personally.
better than Neymar.
Same. That's why I put him 4th and then Neymar 5th.
I have
Let me
Neymar
ask you a
above him,
question.
but
Yaya
I'm
Toure or
still
Frank
pushing.
Lampard?
Super Frank.
Frank Lampard.
As a player or the career?
Are you joking?
Hey,
Frank
I know
Lampard,
longevity.
I'll tell you
Longevity
something
goes to
right
Frank
now.
Lampard.
I'll tell you something right
Frank
now.
Lampard
There's
had a much
something-
better
there's a difference
career.
between me and Chelsea fans. I actually can be objective about Lampard. Frank Lampard is the most disrespected midfielder in Premier League history. People act like he just scored goals. That's
Are you
bullshit.
definitely
joking?
not.
Nowadays, they would call him
Definitely
Bruno Fernandes.
He didn't just score goals. Frank Lampard was complete. 100%.
No, I know.
But there's
I-
actually, you know what?
don't
it is?
get me
There's only
wrong.
one guy.
I'm
There's
not
only one guy
disrespecting
I have
either
above
guy.
Lampard.
I'm not disrespecting either guy, but
Bro, Yaya Toure, fact.
Yaya Toure has the streets. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Yaya Toure had
Yaya
one
Toure carried
unbelievable
Man
year.
City. Lampard never carried Chelsea. Fact.
Yeah,
Well, that's
What?
not
What are
true.
you talking
That's not
about?
true. That's
Nah,
not
What are you
true.
waffling
now you're
about?
chatting shit.
No,
Hamza, now you're chatting shit. Hamza, Hamza, respectfully,
one second.
Hamza, respectfully, don't do that. Don't do that.
Listen, just sit down
Wallahi,
the
you're the
floor
last
and let me
guy.
chat. Sit down
Hamza,
the floor and let me
Hamza,
chat, please.
Hamza, you have me defending Chelsea now. Don't do that.
One
Wallahi,
second,
don't
one
do that.
second.
Hey,
Yeah.
someone
do that.
clip that. Someone
do
clip
that.
that, please. I
Don't do
beg.
that.
I
No,
felt
So
Don't do
guys,
that.
according to Hamza, Yaya
you
Toure
have?
carried
Drogba carried them.
Vincent Company.
Drogba
He
carried
carried
them.
Aguero.
So what about Kevin De
I
Bruyne?
carried
Kevin De Bruyne
Ian
didn't
Robben.
carry
You said
anybody.
Frank Lampard never
Carried
carried Chelsea.
Zabaleta.
Listen, I would
You
never
are
You know what?
One second.
Lewis,
I'll
Lewis,
never
he bit
disrespect- one
his,
second.
look at
I'll
him.
never
He bit
disrespect
his
Lampard
ass.
because he played for my
Now
football
he,
club.
look at all his Man
Hamza,
City
you know what they're
players.
calling
You
you?
can call
They're
them
calling
off
you the
run.
Somali Trump.
One second.
That's what they're calling.
Hold on. 1 second. No, Brazilian term. Listen, the thing is, yeah, I'll never disrespect Lampard because he's played
You
for
did.
City and he's
You
pissed my
said
bad.
you never carried Chelsea.
Listen, but I saw Yaya Toure, yeah.
That's like
This
that's
guy
like
was
killing
elite. And let me
someone
tell
and
you
say I've
something.
never
1 second.
murdered anyone in my life.
He did it for his country. Lampard never did it for his country. Fact, yeah.
You want to know something,
Tell
Hamza?
me.
You were talking
Tell
about
me-
Chelsea. Why are
one
you
second,
changing the
No, 1
goalposts
second.
again?
1 second. I'm talking as a player. No, we talked about as a player.
No,
Yeah.
you said he never carried Chelsea. Why are you talking about
No,
England
no,
now?
No, I swear Yaya Toure struggled at AFCON every
Hamza,
single time he went
Hamza,
AFCON.
Hamza.
1 second.
So KDB never carried City. Haaland never carried City.
Bro, I've
Gundogan
seen
never carried
Lampard, yeah.
City. Who
Lampard
carried City then?
was part of a team. Lampard was part of a
Oh,
team.
okay.
With Ian
So
Robben.
Aguero is part of a
Indian
team. He's
my
no, he
fucking
never
God.
carried a
What
team.
is De
1 second.
Bruyne, bro? Is he
1
a
second.
one-man
Didier
team?
Drogba was
You
the
know,
guy.
Lewis, what's funny?
How
He
many
used
games
Yaya
did
Toure's
Didier Drogba
international
carry?
achievements. KDB won fuck all with Belgium. And if
Just
we go
that.
back to Yaya
Hold
Toure,
on, hold on.
you claiming
Name me a
Yaya
moment
Toure.
that Frank
And
Lampard
Belgium
did
Wallahi,
that.
we
fans
got
held
him.
him
Ladies and gentlemen,
responsible
Name
for
me-
the main
Can I
reason
Name
why
me
they
one.
Okay, let me
one
speak. Let me
moment
speak,
that
and I'll
Lampard did
debunk
that.
your argument. Yaya Toure did not carry David Silva. He did not carry Fernandinho. He did not carry Aguero. He did not carry Joe Hart. He did not carry Company. He did not carry. I could go on and on with all the amazing players you had. Yahi, people like you have ruined the word carry. You've actually ruined it. You're telling me Yaya
Bro,
Toure carried
carrying
Aguero?
is when you put someone on your back like a baby. You're carrying a baby. You're carrying
How did
something.
he carry Aguero?
Yeah.
I don't believe either
I saw
players carried
Chelsea.
their clubs because they had very good teammates. Have
See,
some
the
shame
thing
here.
is, probably your standard is lower than mine. I tell you one.
No,
thing.
Lampard
Probably
was more
your
consistent than
standard
Yaya
is
Toure.
way lower than mine.
Lampard
Okay,
was
all
more
I gotta
consistent
say
in
is,
the English game
Hamza,
than Yaya Toure.
I
Hamza,
said
I'm
low
writing this down.
standards, bro. Fucking Lampard is the highest scoring Premier League midfielder still.
Yeah, but
Still,
Drogba carried.
Hamza,
Drogba carried.
Lewis
Consistency, you
takes this
cannot
one
say.
1-0.
Consistency.
Don't
what are
worry.
you talking about? They both combined together. They've got the highest like goals and
You guys
assists
just
in between each other in Premier
This is
League
the problem
history.
what Premier
Tell him,
League has
Lewis.
done to your mind. I swear to God. I don't know. I don't know. Seriously. This
Tell him,
is
Lewis.
this is beyond. You can't
What?
seek help anymore. Like literally.
What?
Are you serious? Carrying is like, yo, you're the crucial player. If I take you out that team basically collapses.
Lampard was literally
Lampard's
their main goal
youth.
scorer.
That's
So
not
if you
carry.
take a Lampard,
You just named what the most important player is. That doesn't mean he carried.
You know what
Lampard
carry
was
is?
always
Carry is
top
what Robin
three
Van
most
Persie did with
important
United in
players as
that
a
last
minimum
year.
at
That's what
Chelsea.
carry means.
Even
Yeah.
that I disagree with.
That's what I'm
Nah, he
talking
carried,
about.
bro, he
Carry.
Bro, you take
No,
Frank
carry is
Lampard
strong,
out of
bro.
one
Carry is
second.
not- it's not
If you
a
take
small
Frank
word.
Lampard out of that Chelsea team, they don't have the same level of threat. I'm sorry.
And
You
they don't have the
cannot
same
you
level of
cannot
success.
talk shit
What
about.
makes
No,
you
no,
think
because-
Lampard wasn't that important
Did-
when he was on the pitch
did
for Chelsea?
Lampard
I
carry-
genuinely want to know.
Did Lampard carry Chelsea?
Doesn't he have the
How
most
Gerrard
appearances for
carried
Chelsea?
Liverpool? No
Second
chance.
most appearances.
Yeah.
I thought
he didn't.
Gerrard carried
He,
Liverpool.
he never carried, but he was a crucial part
So,
of the
so
team.
what? Your
No,
argument
he
is
was
because
but not
Gerrard
carry.
had worse players
Yaya
around.
Toure never carried you either, though.
Comparison
Yaya
is
Toure
we're
never
not even
carried
talking
you.
about Gerrard.
yeah.
Yaya Toure never carried City, bro.
Bro,
He was your best
he
player
carried
for
us.
1 year.
Bro,
That's it. That
Bro,
doesn't mean he
people
carried.
compare Yaya Toure to Vieira. I swear to
Hold
God.
on, hold
Your
on, hold
problem-
on.
I'm sorry, everyone else in your team was
Bring
crap in that 1
Yo,
year.
Lewis,
That's
Lewis.
the
Yeah,
argument I'm
13,
Lewis.
14. That's it, basically.
Lewis,
Literally.
all your title winning sides, who was your top scorer?
No,
Drogba
Drogba.
Lampard
was in
Drogba
one,
won.
Lampard in two.
Drogba won.
He wasn't there for the other one.
Oh,
Drogba was in
9-10
two,
Drogba.
Lampard was one.
So there you go.
No,
No,
isn't
Drogba
that
was
the
in
way
one,
around?
Lampard was two. Lampard was top.
Yeah,
goal scorer.
Lampard was 2, Drogba was 1. That's what I'm saying.
Uh,
Bro, consistency, look, the argument here is not prime or like whatever. We're saying like who's the better Premier League midfielder? Lampard. He done it for longer, yeah.
You guys
You have
believe
Chris-
Gerrard Bowen is starting West Ham
Absolutely
then?
crazy. I can't believe you even said that about.
Do you
Lampard.
believe Yaya Toure's one season in his prime was better than Frank Lampard's?
No, Lampard was a top elite goal scorer. I've never seen a midfielder like that guy. Like, yo, top
Allah,
scorer.
the switch up.
I'll take it.
You are an absolute flip.
No, but I'm so no. Look how I'm respecting him. But carrying is different. Like carrying.
Listen, Lewis, you won this argument.
Yaya
No.
Toure didn't
Mike
carry.
Dunn.
I think
Hamza,
the
you want to
only
hear the
Chelsea-
truth?
Alright,
Honestly,
let
truth,
Michael
no
talk.
agenda.
Let Michael.
Hamza,
Michael,
no agenda.
explain that. Please. Let me
Lampard
see what
didn't
No.
carry.
I-
Yaya Toure didn't carry. Both
No,
didn't
I
One
think
second.
the only
Let
Chelsea player, the only
thing.
Chelsea player that's ever had to do carrying was Eden Hazard when he had to carry Chelsea in the
Yes.
last year of the
Yes.
That's the only time
But
Hazard.
even then, he
But
had
why are you
content.
throwing your
No, no, no,
arms
no.
up like it's just justified your point?
No, Hazard carried that 18-19 year under Sarri.
Yeah.
That was a carry job.
Even then, they had
That's a carry
content.
job.
I mean, more.
Yeah, he
Hamza.
carried him
How
to
you
what?
justified
Carried them to what,
anything you
Grigs?
said?
That's why you're waffling. Bro, the word carry is a big word. I'll give you an example, perfect
Love
example of carry.
Lampard.
Well, the Chelsea
Messi
fan will agree with me
carrying-
that
Let me
Hazard
give you an
carried them that
example.
year.
Messi carrying Barcelona in 2019. They were dreadful, and he carried
Yeah.
them. That is carry
Yeah.
job for me. When you have unbelievable teammates, by definition, you can't carry them. I'll give you right now. You want to hear something that you can relate to from lately? Mo Salah has never carried Liverpool because Mo Salah did not carry Alisson.
What?
He did not carry Van Dijk. He did not carry Trent. He did not carry Mane. He did not carry these players. Carrying is a big word that's ruined by the new generation. I've been fair with it. I've chosen Lampard, but I've said I don't think Lampard carried Chelsea or
Yeah.
Yaya Toure carried City. Both are wrong.
I agree.
A
They didn't
carry
carry-
job, Benzema. to
Carry
the
job.
UCL?
Once again, I disagree with that.
Vinny
Because
had-
Modric
Vinny-
played an unbelievable role in that season.
And
Courtois
Vinny was
played an
just good.
unbelievable role in that season.
Carrying is
Rudiger,
like-
all these players.
Yeah.
Carry.
So then,
Okay, people will
then
say
if
it's
you
main
have good
character
teammates,
syndrome,
you
but
can't
I'm
be
actually being
carried.
dead serious.
Benzema
I'm actually being
carried.
dead serious. Carry is Gerrard 05 as an example. Messi 19. There is
Xavi
examples of
Alonso.
players.
Would you consider the Leicester season a carry job? They have 3 superstars.
Okay, but
No,
see
okay.
now, but who can you stop from saying Mahrez carried Leicester or Kante carried Leicester or
Or
Vardy
Vardy.
carried Leicester?
Kante carried Leicester.
All three carried
Kante,
Leicester.
Mahrez
Like-
carried
So,
Leicester.
so your argument is
Actually, that's a
kind of
good
flawed.
question from Alex. Is Rodri carrying?
Usman, this is why I'm saying your argument is kind of flawed because no matter what, there's
Hamza.
11 men on the pitch. There's always going to be other superstars
I
or
can't
good
talk about
players.
Messi.
No. There's not always other superstars. Messi, when he carried Barcelona, there was no superstars. There was no superstar. He carried that shit team to a Copa del Rey. Like he fully was. He just put them on.
Okay,
his
and
back.
Hazard in 2018-19 carried Chelsea to Europa League.
Yeah.
I'd say
Listen,
Giroud.
the
Hazard
Hazard
played
Chelsea
like
one
3
actually
games.
have no
Giroud had a
problem
big
with.
part
Hazard
to
played
play.
like 3 games.
Oh yeah,
That's
but
probably
no,
a
but like
fair
Hazard was by far like he. If you
No,
take
the
Hazard out, that
Hazard
team's
one,
gonna-
the Hazard one is a fair one, 100%.
Yeah, that's
I will
all-
never.
that's all.
Wallahi,
No,
you're
wait,
so
wait,
right. You're trying to set us up.
Did Rodri carry Liverpool?
Wait,
Set up anything.
Wait,
Think
Hamza.
about it.
So is Rodri carrying
That's
City?
what, the word I hear a lot. Rodri.
Hamza,
Gerrard
no,
carried Liverpool.
Hamza.
Wait,
is
wait,
Rodri
Rodri, what?
City? Is Rodri carrying City? I want to use the same
I won't
narrative.
say. I won't say. No.
There you are.
I'm very
There you
harsh.
are.
I'm very harsh.
By using
I'm
your logic for Yaya Toure, Rodri is carrying you
Alex.
because every
Big up
time
Alex,
Rodri
my
doesn't
guy.
play, every time Rodri
No,
doesn't
but
play,
I'm
you
waiting
drop
till the end of
points.
the season. No, Sam.
That's your
I'm not
logic.
gonna lie.
Every time
Hamza
Rodri doesn't
today-
play, you drop points.
Hamza,
Yeah,
today you're
let's put
waffling.
the-
No level of
Let me
consistency.
let me just read super chats and move on. This guy, fraud. If United drop 8 points the rest of the way, they're on 75 points. 75 points is 4th place, 8 out of the last 10 years. No, I hear you, Chris, but Egal, I think, broke it down objectively. I'm just being honest. Like, Spurs also have more game winners in their team, in their side, as things stand. Madison, blah, blah, blah. They do need a
Wait, do they?
swing.
Do they have more game
Yeah.
winners than us?
I think Madison.
Madison, Son.
Son.
That's it, right? Okay.
You know how many you have?
Rashford.
0.
Rashford, Bruno.
Oh, if you're going to count Rashford, then I'm just going to count
I'm
all the
not
rest
gonna
of them.
lie to you. This season,
What do you mean?
Richarlison.
No. Whoa. What do you mean? Just
Egal,
can't-
please don't
Rashford-
go there. Please don't go
You say
there.
This season,
you say
Richarlison and
you
Scott
say Rashford's
McTominay
not
have
a-
been
you
the
say
difference.
Rashford's not a match
No, you're
winner.
doing too much. No,
So
no,
you're saying
doing
that
too much.
you're saying the guy that has the most 90+ minute goals in Premier League history is not a match winner.
Who?
Let's not do
Rashford.
this. Let's not
He has
do
the
this.
most extra time. He has the most stoppage time winners in Premier League history.
I actually agree with Egal. I think you have a chance at 5th. Aston Villa will fall off, and I think you'll finish 5th. So it depends on the coefficient. So you need to
Same
pray that
Rashford.
your biggest rivals, Liverpool, win Europa, and you need to pray that
Bro,
Man City win.
we don't even need that. We need if Napoli and Lazio go out in the round of 16 Champions League, the fifth spot's already locked.
There you are. There you
There
are.
you
And
go.
you know, because Tuchel is a fraud, Lazio is winning. Big up, Sari. Big up
Lazio
to
is
Ed.
not
who
beating
says,
Bayern Munich. Give that up, bro.
why do we entertain this Man City fraud? He doesn't understand the game. It's just people throwing players at the team and spending a lot of
No,
money on
don't get
them.
it twisted. He
My
understands the game.
standards are high. I'm
No,
sorry.
he understands the game, but he
My
picks and
standards are
chooses.
very
when he
high.
understands the game. I'll give you an example. You want to hear an example? If I ask him now about the Copenhagen goal today, you remember all the energy he had for Alisson last week, you guys? I asked him, is it
Edison made a
Ederson's fault?
mistake.
He say, no, it was Haaland's fault because Haaland didn't press.
No,
He'll make up some
Edison made a
bullshit.
mistake.
There you are. Is
Edison
it
made a
Ederson's
mistake.
fault you conceded?
It's okay
Yes
to
or
make
no?
mistake.
For once, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Huh?
Is it
Edison made a
Ederson's
mistake.
Yahi, he cannot even say yes or no. Yahi, yes or no? Is it
He said he made a mistake.
Ederson's
Yeah.
fault you conceded today? Yes or
Edison,
no?
yeah, Edison made a mistake. Yeah,
And you
It's fair.
conceded, right? Playing
yeah,
out from the
you
back.
see, yeah, he shouldn't have done that, but he hardly does that, and that error he
And that's
made.
exactly why he's Brazil's number 2 keeper. Big up.
No, he's Brazil
Um,
number 1. That's why you're fraud.
Yeah,
man.
when he was Brazil's
Play
number
from
1, they
back.
lost to Copa America, and then Alisson came in and they're like, yep, we're gonna win this. Anyway, moving on, you guys. We've spoken about Man United. Big up to you guys. Guys, there's 700 people in here. You bunch of fucking frauds. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. Stop moving like the Chelsea forwards and start moving like the Arsenal forwards that we're going to move to next. So make sure you guys are hitting the like button right now. Make sure you're subscribing. Shout out Ed. Shout out my guy Chris. And shout out Karimi for the super chat. So please hit the likes and subscribe.
My forwards have still outscored Arsenal's forwards in the league, but continue.
Fairs. Egal. Talk to me, brother. West Ham. Absolute punishment. What are you saying?
I'm just sitting here and I'm enjoying the fact that everyone's just kind of writing us off now. Because for the last couple of weeks, I've been just saying, don't write us off, don't write us off, don't write us off. And when you see a performance like that, 6 goals equaling Man City's Man City's goal difference. Literally the team with the best defense, the team Liverpool, who have 55 goals, we're only 2 goals behind you. City, you have 56 goals, we're only 3 goals behind them. A performance that was very good. Defensively, we stopped West Ham from doing anything. Offensively, we were clinical. We took our chances when we did. Yes, set pieces helped massively, but you know what? It's down to our set piece coach. He's absolutely amazing. We have Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba chipping in for goals this season. Magalhaes has 4 goals this season in the Premier League. Saliba has 2 and an assist. Our 2 center backs have contributed to how many goals? That's nuts. Compared to certain forwards, don't even have that kind of goal tallies at this moment.
Hamza getting called out. Just saying.
Then I go to certain people have agendas on people. So Bukayo Saka puts in a masterclass. 22 years old, has 100 goal contributions for Arsenal. You know what? That's kind of it's slept on because today's standard with Messi and Ronaldo, they've ruined the standard for people. People think Messi and Ronaldo, what they did is normal. It's not normal.
Mo
This
Salah.
what Bukayo Saka is doing is not normal for a 22-year-old.
Oh
But
my
because
god.
people only look at Messi and Ronaldo nowadays, everything has to be like 100 GA plus.
Gerard Bowen's doing the
AD.
same thing, man.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hamza, but I'm going to continue. Then when it comes to
Jared
then-
Bowen doing the same as who? Saka?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got 50 goals and assists.
what?
Bro,
What is he talking about?
Oh,
Bro,
I must have
the
been
thing
something different.
I'll talk about Saka later. Don't worry. Keep talking. Don't worry.
My man threw me off. I'm like, let me finish. Next, Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard has actually been really good at creating chances this season. We just haven't been finishing them. For example, the game against Brighton, numerous chances created. Trossard, Eddie, and Nketiah absolutely wasting those chances. But on that day, the chances that he was creating, we set them up nicely. Everything was beautiful for Martin Odegaard. And then before I finish off, I'm going to speak about the West Ham fans and Declan Rice. The West Ham fans left at the 45th minute mark. It was a fire drill. We made them leave, especially after they started booing Declan Rice when he walked in. This was a big game for us because we lost to West Ham twice this season. Declan Rice lost to them twice already this season. We couldn't afford to lose another one. He had a man of the match performance, 2 assists from two set pieces, plus a beautiful goal. I don't know if you guys seen it, but he wasn't even in the picture frame when the pass was played back. And then he just came out of nowhere and just stroked the ball perfectly into the goal. And it kind of reminded me of the goal that he scored against Chelsea, where people said he would have never scored that if the keeper was in the net. Well, he scored.
Which goal are you talking about? Rice's one?
Yeah, Rice.
Yeah.
Rice's
an
goal was
amazing
nice.
goal.
But yeah, people saying I'm shameless. When you win 6-0, it's not because the opponent is bad. It's because you made them look like shit. And I say that in the nicest way possible because no team in this league goes and loses 6-0 when they're trying to park the bus. They are defending for their lives. They played an extra defender on the pitch to play as a right winger. Their whole job was to stop us and neutralize us. Hamza found out this weekend when he was playing Everton that it was difficult to play against a low block, and he found a way. Arsenal find a way. We slapped 6 past them, and yet still people want to sit here, say trophies, shameless. It doesn't matter. The reality is we're building momentum. I'm happy. I don't care about the agendas and everything that everyone's going to be saying today, because really and truly, there's nothing you can tell me. My team's performing on the pitch, showing me what I need to see to show that we can continue to push for this season. And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised come the end of the season if Arsenal still win this league. You guys keep writing us off. I don't care what anybody says. This team, if they continue like this and we're getting healthier, a lot of our players are coming back to full fitness. I'm very positive about our opportunity to push on from here. And especially with Burnley as our next game, going into the Champions League versus Porto, we'll see. We're going to have ourselves a good week, I'm expecting next week. But for now, I leave you guys with this. Our best performance of the season, defensively, offensively, and throughout. And Mikel Arteta, keep disrespecting him, guys, because since we went to Dubai, he showed you how good of a coach he actually is.
I hear you. Specifically after eating that salt-based stuff, maybe it changed them. Big up to Ed, who says, where is this troll Man City guy's energy when he was praising Arsenal and Chelsea last week? How many times I told you guys, yeah, Hamza is a chameleon. Hamza will go with whatever happens. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a prime example. Had Liverpool beaten Burnley 6-0 and West Ham beaten Arsenal 3-1, this guy would have came up here, Sam, I told you, Liverpool scare me. So today, he cannot do any of that shit because Liverpool and Arsenal win. So Hamza, talk to me about that Arsenal win, brother. You know, let us hear your opinion since Ed is asking for it, you know?
Yeah, the thing is, the guy is talking about as if he beat West Ham as if some next level team. And bro, have some shame here. This is a team that struggled to beat United. United thrashed them, I think 3-4-0. This is a team that lost to Bristol City. Are you so there's some things like shame. You don't even mention it. You don't brag about it. Oh, I'm gonna win the league. Bro, the team had a replay against Bristol City, and they got thumped against Bristol City. And you're coming here to tell me, oh, so special we beat a team like West Ham 6 minutes. Bro, have some shame. They're 8th. They're so bad. Bro, they lost to a Division 2 team. Have some shame, bro. Google it. I know you're not researching. You're shocked. See, you're doing this, and I know you're clicking. Hamza, did he tell? Yes, he did. Google it again. and you can't take it out from
Bro,
Google.
it's not my time to speak.
No, I
Continue.
know that's what you're doing. I know that's what you're doing because that's what you love to go and check me quickly. Yeah, humble yourself. Have some shame or lie. Yeah, you won 6-0.
We won 6-0. There's nothing to
Yeah,
humble.
bro, you won 6-0.
We humbled you.
This guy isn't a real human, I swear.
No, because I get annoyed, bro.
It's a stimulation. Big up
No.
Hamza.
The guy brought Messi and Ronaldo, bro. Didn't you guys have some shame, like literally? Now,
Do you know what I was
you
talking
need to
about?
say- no, one second.
Did
one
you
second.
listen to a word
No,
I
let me-
said?
Let me talk about this Saka guy. This is why Egal, everyone starts hating Arsenal. And listen, we don't have a problem.
Did you
yeah?
listen to anything I said?
Listen, you said Arteta.
You really
went
think
to
you
the-
listened to anything you said?
I did. Listen.
So why did I
Saka-
bring up Messi and Ronaldo?
Bro, let me just talk first. What's that?
No.
You go
Explain
mute
to
one second, let me
no.
talk.
I'm quizzing you because I want to know before you start trying to cook people.
Bro,
Tell me you actually listened to
exactly,
what I
you
said.
go- Bro, my guy, you're not allowed to bring Messi and Ronaldo in Arsenal's topic.
Wallahi,
Please don't ever.
Hamza, this is why you lose the arguments every time. The
No,
reason
wallahi,
why I mentioned them. One second. Let me explain
This
to you.
is okay.
Let me
They're
explain
victim
to you.
mentality. There you
Let
are.
me explain
Victim
to you.
mentality.
The
Hey,
reason why I mentioned them
Let me listen
is
to you,
because I said they broke the barometer of how people judge footballers. Because they're so good, they broke the
You don't need to
barometer
bring
on
them
how
up.
people judge
you
footballers.
don't need to bring
Anybody
Ronaldo
who's
and
judged
Messi in
on
that
their
topic.
barometers, they're never going to be good enough.
Who brings Messi and Ronaldo in an Arsenal topic?
Because
Why?
Bukayo Saka just reached the milestone of 100 goals for Arsenal at the age of 20, 100 goal contribution at the age of 22, and people have the audacity to say that's nothing special. He should have done that at 19. Like, what world are we living in?
One second. Egal, you know one thing about that boy, yeah? That boy, don't ever bring players who do your clutch moments.
Hamza, you're not listening to me. I am not disrespectful.
No, I'm not listening because I don't care. I don't want his name mentioned with
Guys,
Messi.
I give up.
No, I know you have to give up.
He doesn't listen.
No, one second. No, I'm not listening because I'm not listening. I'm not comparing. I'm not hearing Saka's name. Wallahi, and I don't want to hear any sentence in a book with Messi and Ronaldo. Wallahi, no, because no way. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Hamza, you're down 3-0 today already in arguments.
Saka scores penalties. Yo, have some shame. This boy.
Wait. You made fun of him for missing a penalty versus West Ham last year. So he scores one now. You want to make fun of him?
My man is a penalty merchant. My guy is a penalty merchant. Penalty merchant.
Last year he missed the penalty versus West Ham. You made fun of him. Now he makes a penalty versus West Ham. He's a penalty merchant.
Go and see tap-ins. Tap-ins, penalties. Yeah.
Show me Foden's goals.
Hamza, you are shooting protector.
Havertz missed a chance.
Well, I found out why.
I don't care.
All of this is insecurity about Phil
That
Foden.
reminds me of Erling Haaland's compilation at the Ballon d'Or ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
Tap-ins and penalties right there.
Wingers tapping merchant. One second.
The worst compilation I've watched in my life.
But the guy
Haaland
didn't
at the
Ronaldo.
Ballon d'Or. Worst compilation ever.
Anyone who supports Egal
Here's
in
your
this
nominee
year,
for Ballon d'Or. Here's
Wallahi,
50
you're a
tap.
criminal. Listen, anyone who
By the
supports
way,
Egal in this, yeah,
I
don't care about this youngster who scored 100 goals.
Lewis,
Wallahi, don't bring
how many streams have we done together? Has anyone brought up Cole Palmer's penalties on this stream?
No.
Cole Palmer has. Listen, let me tell you.
I'm just saying. Where is this coming from?
Bro, he scores penalty and bro, I've seen this season. How many penalties has he scored? Let's just say how many penalties?
3. He has 10 goals. He scored 3 penalties.
So 30% of his goals are penalties. Say that. Make sure you mention that. 30%, a third of his goals are penalties. A third, 1 in 3 goals are penalties.
So what?
Not have that. Eat that.
So what? You miss those penalties, you lose.
You hide.
You want him to miss?
Bro,
I get it. This is just a continuation of his Lampard agenda. He's trying to discount penalties.
But listen, Saka.
You just got it, Lewis.
Saka scored well done. Arsenal won against West Ham. Yeah.
Hamza,
congratulations.
Hamza, can we come back to football, please? Can we come back to football? Can we come back to real world? It's 2024. It's February 14th. It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I want to know what's your Valentine's going to be, because clearly your Valentine's is going to be Phil Foden.
Against Copenhagen.
You're just going to be thinking about Phil Foden 24/7. Oh my God.
You want to get somebody in Copenhagen? Is that what happened?
The team that sent you
we can compare Phil Foden to Gas Point. We can compare.
You were underdogs apparently, right? You were the underdog, right?
What are you doing today?
Egal. Listen,
Hamza,
I'm just saying,
Hamza, what are you
congratulations.
doing
One second,
today?
let me say so
You
people can say I hate
genuinely
Arsenal.
are just
Congratulations on the win
you're
against
fluttering
West Ham.
around, just
Listen,
planting your seeds. Lampard here, Gerrard there, Saka there. What are you going to talk about Man United now?
bro, I'm sorry.
Wallahi,
You
you're all
brought
over the
Messi
place
today.
today.
Paul
No,
Scholes
let me
is
finish.
abroad.
Listen, let me finish. Egal, you have to interrupt every single time. So you won 6-0. Congratulations. Did you play well? West Ham are just poor. They're poor side. Ask
This is
Michael.
Hamza today.
Michael, you played West
Sam,
Ham.
if
How
you can
poor
pull
were
this
they?
up.
No, Michael.
did you
ask
play?
them, how
I don't
poor
play
were they?
anything.
How
did you
poor
play?
were
Louis, sorry, this is who today?
This is Hamza today. This is Hamza today.
Hamza, he's comparing it to Timo Werner. Wow.
No.
Wow, Hamza, don't have it. Don't have
The
it.
thing-
Louis
the-
comparing it to Timo Werner.
The thing is, Arsenal won the
Dude,
game.
Hamza,
I
talk
didn't
about the
even
game,
listen.
please.
Wallah, I didn't watch the game. I didn't
Talk
give a
about the
shit.
game.
No,
Allah,
You say you
I'm
know
not
what?
all of
spending my
that,
time.
and you didn't watch the game.
I'm not spending my time because I saw West Ham lost to Bristol City. I saw them get thumped at it. I said, you useless guy. Wallah, I'm not wasting my time. I have. Bro,
Are you
I
saying?
took-
Yo, because I saw your fans, by the way.
Wallahi,
They were
listen,
during the week.
I took-
West Ham
listen,
Central and City fans
you
were
can check
shaking
it
each
on my
other's
way.
hands.
Hamza is
We're
the
gonna do
goat.
business again.
Wallahi,
He's
I
the
didn't
goat.
watch the
Hamza's the
highlights.
goat.
I didn't
Wallahi.
want. Wallah, I said I'm
Hamza's
not wasting my time.
goat.
I'm not wasting my time
Wallahi,
watching that.
Wallahi, Hamza's the goat. I love after all that he said, I didn't watch the game. Wallahi, waste of time. Fucking love Hamza.
Well, I didn't watch the game. I swear. I took my
Oh.
grandma to my auntie's house. I took her. I said, forget that. I don't know. Hey, man. I was talking to my grandma about stories back in the past. I said, yo, tell me. Arsenal fans telling me about Saka did this. I said, no, I'm not going to get poisoned with this kind of information.
La ilaha illallah. But then I took my grandma to my auntie's house. Fuck Arsenal, you know? Yo, man. This Hamza, you are the goat, wallahi. You are the goat. This guy. Oh, my Lord. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay. Let's go to the super chats and let's go to Man City before we go to Chelsea. Big up to Ed who says he's such a waffling, stuttering troll. Hamza's the goat, man. Listen, you just have to learn to accept who he is as a human being. He's just a chameleon. Telling you right now, if you accept that, you'll be so much happier. Big up to Queen Nadr says, big up King of Deflections, Hamza, aka Company. By the way, I don't think Company is an insult to Hamza because that's his legend right there. That's a centre back legend for him at the club. So he loves Company anyway. Ed says, Hussam, how much I have to pay to send Hamza away? Listen, there is no price tag on Hamza. You get me? There is no price tag. Hamza is not leaving the stream. You get me? You guys have some shame and decorum. You know, we're here to talk football as well. So listen, big up Hamza. All the teams won anyway, so there's no need to send Hamza away. He just wanted to take 30 seconds to shit on Bukayo Saka. Yeah, let him shit on him. It's his opinion. Guys, before we move on to Man City, this is the age of clinicalness. 800 people in the chat. We need to get 400 likes because Man City are clinical in front of goal. It's the Man City section. So it's time for you to hit the like button. So hit the like button right now. Subscribe to This Is Football right now, this very second. Big up to Queen Nadra. Big up to Ed. Big up to Chris. And big up to Karimi for the super chats. And by the way, instead of putting a price tag on Hamza to put him away, I feel like I want to put a price tag on Hamza to put him top row because he deserves it after that cooking right there. Hamza deserves to put top row. If you send £20 right now, I'll put Hamza top row just because he's heritage right there. So big up Hamza. I mean, I've made discount because of his heritage cooking right there. I love the fact, you know what made me laugh so much? When he kept going for 15 minutes. And then his following statement is, Wallahi, I didn't watch the match. I don't give a shit. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go, Hamza, bro. Fucking iconic. Big up to Hallwalk says, Egal clips Hamza's toenails. I don't think that's possible, to be honest with you. I doubt he can be clipping them through YouTube. But we appreciate the super chat, Hallwalk. So, which club are we going to move on to? Man City. So we go from Hamza to Hamza anyway. So Hamza, Man City, beating Everton.
Did you guys all watch Man City? Ollie?
Nope.
Don't try.
did.
Yeah, because obviously you can't get to our level. That's why. Some you watched it.
There
You
you
go.
Yeah, you want me to speak on it? Or you want
You
to
think
speak
I'm
on it?
waiting
The
early? You
Everton
think I'm
one, you
waiting
mean,
up
or
early
the
kickoff for a
Wait, do you want me to
standard
speak on it? Or
2-0 win
you
at
want to speak
home?
first?
Long.
Okay, I'm gonna say, listen, I knew Everton are gonna do a low block list. I want City fans. I said last season we played well against them, and they took a point from an incredible goal from what's the name? I forgot his name. He
Damari
did
Gray.
Huh?
Damari Gray.
Damari Gray.
Yeah, Demari. He did an amazing color, and
Big
we
up
lost.
Lampard. Big up
We drew that
Super.
1-1, and this game, listen, they just packed the bus, bro. Mourinho said, there's one word he said. He said, there's nothing such thing as packing the bus. Some teams pack a plane. These guys packed even a bigger plane than the plane that Mourinho had described. Bro, everyone was at the back, bro. I hate teams at low blocks, man. Like, they sit back, they're just negative. They're just not there to get a point. They're just not there they're just there to sit back. And
You're
I'm
talking
glad
about Copenhagen or Everton? Which game?
Everton.
How many teams in the
Okay.
league play low blocks, Hamza?
I think a lot of teams against us, they play low blocks.
No, but I think Everton will play low block against everyone. I think Everton will play low block even against Chelsea.
No,
to be
they,
honest with you.
no, against
Oh, they
Arsenal,
did.
they tried to play forward. I saw
Yeah,
that.
they did. They will. They're gonna play low block against everyone, man.
City, they literally no, bro. But I give them that.
Why are
That's
you
the game.
lying? Against Arsenal, they didn't play forward. They played defensive.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
they played hella defensive.
Okay, so it shows you that Arsenal, Man City are quite attacking threat, and to me, I needed to win that game. Yeah, and Haaland comes there, clutch moment. He had been going out for 2 seasons, been 2 months, and he was top scorer already by November. He hasn't played since December, January. He's come back. He's still top scorer, and he scores two goals to just seal that 3-point. I think the thing is, a lot of people were thinking before the game, yeah, that Everton could snatch a draw by 75th minute.
Was that in the background?
I put one day to my son. Let me tell you a story. I put my mom. My mom was watching. I said, "Mom, guess what that guy's?" What? I said, "Yeah."
Usam, can you show us what we were watching?
I came known to lose, and you still lose against a team that's no.
I know. So my apologies.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Big up.
Whoever did that, you're a criminal, man. Why are
There
you
you
guys
are.
doing this?
There you are.
Listen.
You think just because I'm on Twitter, they don't send me the link? They all send me the link of the stuff that you tweet. You're such a fraud.
Listen,
Hamza.
I
You're
apologize.
such
I come and pick up Liverpool fans. Yeah, listen, but
Big up Liverpool fans, yeah?
listen,
There
we
you are.
won 2-0. I think it's a game that we needed to win, and I think we and the key thing for us for some was against Everton. I wanted to get a clean sheet because it's important that we start getting clean sheets. Although it's disappointing we didn't get a clean sheet today, and I think City played what I think initially 75th minute they were sloppy, they were losing the ball, they were not finding Haaland. We had to take Nunes off, and bringing KDB just showed he was incredible when he came on. Everything changed. Him and who came on? Who's another person came on? It was him and they opened up the game, and it was brilliant. I think to
Wasn't
me,
it
we won
Doku, I swear?
Was it Doku? No,
Was Doku or Grealish?
Doku started. It was
So
KDB
Grealish
and
came
yeah. KDB
Has
came on.
Doku registered one single assist or goal since the Bournemouth game?
I don't know. We don't look at that.
Nah, he faced
Oh,
Reece
we don't
James and
look
I
at
haven't
that.
seen him since.
We don't look at GA. Okay.
No, yeah, because I don't think he's still young. I don't call him as his Saka level. He's still young. I think
Oh no, what?
he needs time to develop.
You
Yeah,
don't call him Saka level. You said Doku is better than Saka. Ya akhi. Why
No,
do
no,
you
no.
lie? Ya akhi?
No. I don't say he's better than Saka. I
Yes.
said,
Say wallah, you didn't say
Saka's-
Doku's better than
I
Saka.
swear,
Say
no,
wallah.
I swear to God.
Don't
Lewis,
don't
did you
swear.
not hear that
Burn
after
Jahannam.
the Bournemouth
Don't
game?
lie.
Yeah,
I said he's done more than
Yeah.
what Saka's done. 5 assists in one game.
you
Saka's never
are an
done it.
absolute disgrace, my son.
Why?
You're an absolute
I
disgrace.
said he's done more than Saka has done in one
Guys,
single game.
Guys, that's 4-0 today. If you want to give him one for getting me rattled, 4-1.
You,
Bro,
this
You're
is
not even moving
genuinely
like
a-
Timo Werner.
This is
You're
a
moving
Timu
like
Bakayoko
Benteke.
level disaster class, mate.
Yeah, you're moving like Benteke at Liverpool. It's
You're
not even
moving
Timo
like
Werner.
prime, well,
No,
not prime. You're moving
listen,
like Ben Chilwell.
Doku, we can't compare Doku to Saka. Saka's been doing.
Did
for
he
two
actually call him baby Ronaldinho? And then he has a
No.
problem with Egal saying Ronaldo and Messi. Abdihas doesn't lie. Abdihas does not lie. He's a supporter
Guys,
of the
can we
channel
just have
and-
thumbs down in the comment section for Hamza?
Wow,
He did say
even with
baby.
the
He did say
first
baby
confirmed.
Ronaldinho. By the way, I remember that.
Wow.
Baby Ronaldinho, and
You
now you
called
won't even put him
Doku
up.
baby Ronaldinho, and you stopped Egal when he said Messi and Ronaldo made this sport like Wow.
I
Very
I
well.
said the way he flicks, he takes
Very
on
well.
players a bit. No,
The way
I'll
he
never
takes on
compare him
players
to
like
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho. Oh my lord.
No,
Oh, and
that's
you
a
call
lie, man.
yourself Brazilian. You call yourself Brazilian. That's Ronaldinho Gaucho. That is
No, listen,
Gaucho.
Sam, I said the way he takes on players and he's not scared, but I'll never compare him to Ronaldinho because Ronaldinho is a legend of football. I'm not here to undermine great talents like that, man. But at the end of the day, yeah, Doku's still
Well, you
young.
undermined Lampard like a good 30 minutes ago, and then you talk about undermining
Yeah.
greats.
No, I'm not gonna
Bro,
undermine.
you made fun of friggin' Dennis Bergkamp the other week.
What by saying
Oh yeah,
what?
Donkey of the Week. That was
Yeah,
it.
but that's true. That's a true story. That's a true fact.
Yeah,
It's
that
still
was actually
disrespectful.
a true story.
It's not a fact. It's a fact. That's a factual statement. I did not lie that. It was a
It's
fact.
still disrespectful.
Yeah,
you
this,
are.
what? It's not me that made that statement. The Italian, go and question the Italian media, the Italian fans who were calling him that. That was the name that was given. I didn't give him that name. Me calling baby Ronaldinho because of the dribble a bit.
Hamza, before we go
Because
down
of
the
the
rabbit hole
dribble
of
a bit,
bantering
yeah.
each other, can I just say this? I felt like Kevin De Bruyne has been really good since he's come back,
Oh, world
and
class.
and you got to give him a lot
I
of
think
credit.
people are overdoing it though, exaggerating
Right?
a bit.
He's been really good, but even
don't-
though he's been so good, he's left stuff on the table. He could have scored a goal at the end of the game. He could have given an assist for Haaland hat trick.
Haaland,
It's
yeah.
just, even though you guys are
You
playing
shit
so well and
against
you're beating
Tottenham
these
as well.
teams, I feel like you're leaving so much on the kitchen table.
No, I understand what you're trying to say, but I think by the time that they want to know, I think we're not going to blame that on KD. KDB is a team player. KDB felt that he needed to score that goal. But listen, he's been our best player. And you know what? One thing, I think that will hush every single one. Like, shame on every single person that have ever uttered KDB, not big moments, because you should be ashamed of yourself. Wallah, you should be.
Wait. This is a big game
Because-
performance.
No,
Relax.
let me give you an example. This guy
Everton,
comes up-
Copenhagen,
what's-
big game
he
moments.
comes out from a major injury. He has surgery. He's out for 5 months, half a season. He comes back. Within the first game, he makes a massive change.
You want to know
And
something,
within that
Hamza?
game, he wins us the game. And showing
Hamza.
him, have you seen him at City? He's incredible. And that's not
Hamza.
peak KDB.
Luigi,
That's
do you
why I
allow
look at you
to
guys and
disrespect
think,
Who's
Lampard
please?
again?
Let me say this to Hamza.
Oh,
Hamza, you said to me West Ham are 8th in the Premier League. Have some shame. They've been battered recently. They're a terrible side. I want to remind you where Everton are in the league.
Where?
Where Everton in the league?
Tell us.
18th, I think.
Everton, I don't even look at their position.
Okay,
Oh,
but
yeah,
the
you don't
Wolves-
know? Because of
They
their
are.
points deductions, they're currently 18th in the league. Okay.
Mhm,
18th in the Premier League.
Oh,
Okay.
mhm.
they're actually a bit
This
far
is a
from us.
team. This is a team that's fighting relegation right now. Yes, they picked up a bunch of draws and everything, but
And
really
you
and
played them
truly,
at home.
they parked the bus against you guys the same way West Ham did. You guys were at home, and
West Ham lost to
you
Bristol City. Have some
struggled.
shame, wallahi.
One
Wallahi.
second.
I told you,
You
you want to win every battle,
Hamza,
you lose the war.
You struggled
told
to
you,
break
I
them
warned you.
down until the 71st minute. You ended up getting 2 goals and winning the game at the end. But don't make it seem like this wasn't a struggle. You guys struggled
No, we
through the
struggled
game.
between
In the
78
first half,
70
this is a statistical fact. You guys did not register a single shot on target in
Yeah.
the first half. A single shot. You ended the game.
That's not
with
worrying.
three-
When you're
you
treble
ended the
champion,
game,
not worrying.
Hamza,
You've done it
with
before.
3 shots on target.
The
I'm
DNA is
telling
there.
you,
It doesn't matter.
when you stick your nose up at the likes of West Ham, but you're sitting here talking about Kevin De Bruyne, a big game versus Everton because he came back from an injury, you're
I
an
have
utter
some-
hypocrite.
Okay, no. I'll give you an example. The thing is, you can't blame De Bruyne because the game that he came on.
No. I'm
with the
I'm
Newcastle
blaming
and
you.
all that stuff,
I'm not
he
talking
hasn't
about
yet
Kevin De
played the
Bruyne.
games.
I'm
He
not
hasn't.
talking about Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay.
I'm talking about you changing the argument for Arsenal, but then when it's your team, oh my God, stop playing the underdog.
No, because you know why?
Playing,
You know the difference.
stop playing like you're not the favorite to smoke these teams. Stop acting like a 2-0 win versus Everton is a 2-0 win versus Liverpool or Arsenal. It's
Okay.
not.
Okay, but the question, the
Behave,
answer is,
Have
the
some
answer is,
shame and
the
take a
answer
piece of
is-
your own medicine.
the answer is
No,
the
no,
leopard-
Hamza.
leopard
Hamza,
does
I
not
need you
change
to
its
sit
spots.
there. I need
Yeah?
you to sit
You're a
there and
bottler.
say, I'm
You
sorry.
make this nice
Because
story,
you
but
made
you
a big
bottle at the
mistake.
end. So
You made a big
leopard
mistake
does
today.
not change its
You
spots.
made a
I'm
big
winner.
mistake. You
I'm a
have the audacity to come here week after week, tell
Yeah,
people have
I'm a
some
winner.
shame.
You're a
You
baller.
beat Sheffield United.
There's a
You
difference.
beat Burnley.
We know you're gonna
You
bottle
beat
it.
this
You're
team.
the biggest
And
bottle
now,
jobs. in this
And
country.
now,
And
because
you're-
you beat Burnley,
How can you brag
Brighton,
about 6-0?
and
There's
Everton,
nothing to
one
brag
second.
about.
This is unacceptable behavior. Because you beat a Newcastle team that's been shit, you
This is
beat
a
a
team that's
Burnley
saying
side you
prices
should be
are full
beating,
of-
a Brentford
Oh,
side you
we
should
haven't
be
got a
beating,
striker.
an
Oh,
Everton
we're
side you
pricey.
should be beating.
Yeah.
You all
We're
of a sudden
losing
are
games.
Mr. Big Bollocks. Get out of here, bro. It's
This,
bullshit.
this is a team that lost at home to West Ham. This is a team
It
that lost
doesn't
to
matter
Fulham.
who they
So in
lost
crisis,
to.
oh my God, look
I'm
at
talking about
look at my
Manchester
manager being
City.
fed. He's being fed like this meat, huh? Look, oh
Hamza,
my God,
Hamza,
on to
Hamza,
football. And then
Hamza,
he's coming
you
to
have
me,
Champions,
I
you have
didn't
Ballon d'Or
see West Ham,
candidate
guys.
Erling
Give
Haaland.
me
You
credit.
have Champions League winner, World Cup winner Julian Alvarez. You have Phil Foden, best young English talent in the world. Rodri, best defensive midfielder in the world. Nathan Ake, one of the best Switzerland players, former treble winner. Ake, treble winner. Diaz, one of the best center backs in the league. John Stones, back from injury.
treble winners.
Ederson, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And you want to know who Everton have? Jordan Pickford, friggin' Braithwaite, young, good talent, but Braithwaite, bro, he's one of their main guys. Their only goal scorers in this team are actually young. Friggin' Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who hasn't scored a goal in 25 games. And Dwight McNeil, bro, you have some shame. Don't ever talk
Okay,
to
let
me
me tell
again
you
about
what's
shame.
Let
Today,
me tell you
you
what's
have
shame.
shown you are the
Let me
most
sh-
shameless
let me tell
guy,
you what's
more
shame.
shameless than Shameless FC himself,
Let,
Lewis.
let me tell you what's shame. A shameless
That's
man
exactly
is a
by the way.
person. Shameless man is a flip flop. A man who
I
comes.
Sam,
into
you
this
might
You
need
are
to
the
change
definition
the
of
video to
flip-flop.
One
fucking
second.
Where's
Hamza
the flip-flop?
disaster.
Let me get one. I'll get it.
He comes in 2 months before, crying about needing a striker. We're finished. Oh my God. I can't believe we need to go to Dubai. Oh my God. Yeah, we're a calamity. We can't even
Something like
beat Fulham. And then he beats a team that just beat Bristol City. He say, "Oh my God, Messi and Ronaldo. Oh my, like have some shame, bro. I've beaten Everton. By my story, we know City have not lost a game in 10 games. They're champions. They're treble winners.
Hamza,
Your bottle job, and I'm a treble
Hamza,
winner.
can I talk to you for a second?
Me winning is everyone's like,
Hamza,
yo, this
Hamza.
guy is just gonna do another mad treble. But everyone knows, oh my God, don't worry about it.
Hamza,
March
Hamza,
and April,
Hamza,
yeah, he's
look at
selling
me.
himself another.
Hamza, look
Yeah,
at me.
go on.
Look at me. Look at me. This is you.
Yeah.
This is you.
What's
Yeah,
that?
actually brought flip-flops.
This is you. Flip flop. This is you.
Big up North Side.
You're done.
Flip flop. And this is your manager. This is your
This is
manager
you.
getting fed meat.
Listen, on that note, we're going to move
Well,
on.
replicated
The
it,
phone
you know.
next week.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
yo, man. Oh yeah, yeah.
Chelsea Football Club next. Big up to Andrew says Doku is a B-Tech Saint Maximan. That's more like it, not B-Tech Ronaldinho. Poor versus Everton. Braithwaite, top centre back. I think Braithwaite is a good centre back. I think he's on
He's
the
not
come up.
bound. We'll talk soon.
But he still
Talk soon.
needs more time. He still needs a bit more time, to be honest with you.
We'll talk
Braithwaite.
about him in the summer.
There you are. There you are. Big up to Felipe who says, preach Egal. Once people realize Hamza's a fake glory hunter troll, your life will be so much easier. Big up Sam Salah back. Brentford, you'll win. Inshallah. Inshallah, this weekend we beat Brentford. You get me? We destroy them. It's going to be a difficult game, though. Nothing easy in the Premier League. Nothing's easy in the Premier League. And speaking of nothing's easy, these two at the bottom row face each other this Saturday. Before we get to that, big up Felipe, Andy. Big up to
Man City, Chelsea.
Hall Walk. Big up to Nadra, Ed,
Saturday
Chino,
late kickoff.
Chris, and Karimi. Big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are all slapping the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Guys, you'll not find entertainment like this anywhere else. You get me? Hamza is not getting fed meat right now. I think he's just eating something. You get me? Because he just came back from work and he's dedicated to A-listers. So dedicated, he was 40 minutes late. But big up to him regardless. Anyway, let's talk now on Chelsea. Lewis, Chelsea, W. You get me? Against Crystal Palace. Talk to the people, brother. What are you telling me?
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to win another away game, in all honesty. I don't feel like there's a lot to flex in terms of performance. We look like absolute toilet water for the best part of 89 minutes, but we did enough to win. Plus, Crystal Palace have a massive knack of conceding goals in the 90th minute. They've conceded the second highest amount of goals before that game, and now they've got another two. So they're probably level with Tottenham as well. But it's good to win. It's good to win. Big up to Petrovic. Big up to Nkuku. Say big up to Gallagher and Enzo for the goals. That's it, really. Like as individuals, we didn't look good. Structurally, we didn't look good. struggled to play through the middle. Our setup was just holding Caicedo, holding Thiago Silva's hand because we couldn't play higher up without that happening. But as soon as Silva came off, I feel like we were able to push up a little bit more. But even then, we still looked toothless in the final third. Didn't make anything in the first half. Barely made anything past the goals in the second half. We're just lucky we played Crystal Palace. That's it. If they had Eze, Elise, Mark Gay, it probably is a different game in all honesty, which isn't good. But we won. And like, I don't know where our next victory is coming from, especially with the next run of games coming up. So I'm glad we won. But yeah, not really a lot to flex. Really not a lot to flex. It's just good to see Nkuku come off again, get some minutes. Hopefully Silva isn't injured. We'll see what happens against Man City. Just pray for my football club because we're gonna need it.
Can we do a deal right now? I feel like there's something I want to do, but I don't know if you guys would be down. When do Arsenal play next week? They play Saturday. Are you guys down to make A-listers on Saturday instead of Monday?
I'm out Saturday.
Shit. Because you know what it is? Okay, next A-listers episode. If you get a point away at the Etihad minimum, you have to apologize to Pochettino on A-listers.
No.
Do you accept?
Not even accept. It's a draw. No. What? And also, one game, and you want apologies,
guys. This is my argument. Okay, I'll tell them my argument. Let them be the judge. We heard what you said. You get me? Hamza, Egal, and Grigs. They hear my argument and they judge. I said Chelsea had 80% possession, 800 passes against Crystal Palace. They absolutely dominated Crystal Palace. The only difference this time is they took their chances. Tell me how anything I said is crazy. How many times have we watched that Chelsea Palace game 100 times? 100 times we watched that same exact Chelsea game. We've watched it 100 times, that same exact Chelsea game, but they always missed their chances. This time they took their chances and they won the game. When you have 80% possession against the Premier League mid-table respectable club, you cannot shoot that down like it means nothing. I'm not saying they were amazing.
They've won 3 league games since the 4th of November.
I'm not saying that it was amazing. I'm not saying it was an amazing performance. I'm just saying it was a good performance. Good, between good and very good, you know? Like very good /
And your only
good
argument is that we had 80% possession.
And no, my argument is you have the more dangerous chances. But you yourself said Madueke had a very bad game. You yourself said Palmer's decision-making in the final third wasn't good enough.
Yep.
And you yourself said Jackson's problem was lack of service, which shows you once again, we go back to the same exact problem, which is what? And your experience. Yesterday, and this is no agenda because even Lewis agreed, Cole Palmer was in a dangerous position, dead ass, minimum 4 or 5 times. Minimum 4 or 5 times. And he honestly made the wrong decision every single time. Lewis will tell you this, no agenda. He'll tell you this himself, Lewis, right now. He made the wrong decision literally every single time. And
only in the last
Lewis'
10 minutes.
Let me final point, and we'll let the guys chime in because I'm sure Hamza wants to talk about Chelsea as well because me and Hamza agree on Chelsea. Tell you this right now. You said when I brought up the Wolves game and when I brought up Villa and when I brought up these multiple games, you said football is a 90-minute game, right? No problem. This time the roles were reversed. You were crap in the first half. Poch changed it in the second half and you win. How can you not give him credit, man?
Brother, you just spoke about 90 minutes and then flexed yet another 45-minute performance.
There you are. Good point. So when you're very good in the first half and you don't win, it's a 90-minute game. But if you're bad in the first half and he turns it around, it was a good 45 minutes. Pick your point.
Yes. Literally.
So you're flip-flopping. You're admitting to flip-flopping right now.
No, a good 90 minutes is a good game, a good first half and a good second half.
Yeah, but which team in the league has good 90 minutes like that?
Probably a lot more teams than we do. That's why we're 10th.
Liverpool had a bad first half against Burnley. City had a bad first half against Everton at home.
Crap, we're great. We had a bad first half against Burnley too. Great.
Egal, Grigs, Hamza, what are you saying on this Chelsea thing?
Can I go first?
Yes.
Griggs was man enough to come on here and big up his midfielder, even though he doesn't rate him as much as a certain Carefree Lewis. But we have to say, Scott McTominay and what do you call it?
Gallagher.
What's his name?
Gallagher.
Gallagher,
Conor
yeah.
Gallagher.
They
Yeah.
both have been performing at a level which is surprising for their fans, and some of their fans have been bigging them up. But guys like Lewis just constantly hate him. You're making me think he's underrated at this point because the way you speak about him makes him seem a little bit underrated.
Did you watch the game,
week
by the
out,
way? Did you watch the
week
game?
in, week out. Yeah, I've seen the game. You guys
Okay.
played shit for majority of the game, and then in the 90th minute, end up scoring the goal, and then score a second goal. So yeah, majority of the game was dog shit. But hey, when you need somebody to step up, him and Enzo actually stepped up. So I'll give Enzo a little bit of prop, but only fair if you're gonna give Enzo prop for him scoring his goal, then you give Gallagher some prop. And you know what? This only adds to your summer transfer budget because you're gonna end up selling him regardless. So, Lewis, you're going to get what you want. But while he's here and he's helping you contribute to wins, he is an academy boy. He previously played for Palace. And to see him actually celebrate after actually playing for that team shows that he cares more about Chelsea. So why don't you show him some love and just give him a little bit of plaudits? I'm not asking for much. Am I?
You're not asking for much, right? So you must have completely ignored me earlier when I said big up Enzo and Gallagher for the goals.
No, I was expecting more of a soliloquy on Gallagher. Come
Yeah,
on.
you have to give more
you just
than
said
big up.
you weren't even expecting a lot of praise. I gave them an entire sentence saying big up for the goals.
That's it,
No,
Lewis.
but
After 2
But
goals.
if we ever speak on
It wasn't
Enzo,
a good performance from either.
How can it be not a good performance from your
The only
midfield?
good performances that I think I saw in that game was Petrovic. I think Sterling had a decent cameo off the bench, and Nkuku. I think that's it.
I thought
Oh,
Ballon was good.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he was better the second time I watched the game.
Gallagher was
you know
better, was good even without the goals. So was Enzo. Without the
Oh,
goal, he
no,
was
he
good.
wasn't.
Even.
No, he wasn't.
Enzo
Both of
didn't
them-
need that goal to make it a good performance,
Both
and
of them,
Gallagher
both
didn't.
both of them were sloppy in my eyes. I think the whole team wasn't good.
Wow.
The only,
If
the
who
was
only
your man of the
thing-
match?
How did you have 80% possession then?
who is your man of the match?
Petrovic or Nkuku.
Petrovic was the man of the match. What the hell?
No,
He said
for
like
me. For me.
Okay, and we're here to discuss your opinion, Habibi. This is what we're
Oh, for you meant he was an actual man of the match. Okay.
I mean,
fair
to be fair, they did have 0 XG in the first half. Like with all that possession,
enough.
they had
They
0
literally
XG in
just
the first
sat
half.
back and absorbed.
And how much
pressure.
XG did they have against Wolves away in the first half? Say
I
it
don't
now.
know.
They
I
had
don't
like
know.
4 XG. They should have been 5-0 up. There you are. But when he
Nice.
turns
What
it
about the
around in the
second
second half, no
What about
credit.
the second half?
Second half, what? Against Palace? You were unbelievable.
No,
in the second
against
half.
Wolves.
But why do you pick and choose?
Because I'm trying to use that as a way to say we didn't do anything in that game. 0-0 XG, we like literally did not threaten their goal at all.
Okay, I'm
Bro,
confused. Are you talking about Palace or Wolves?
Palace.
I thought
Palace
even
first half, they
Palace,
weren't good. I already said that.
even the second half, after they scored the first goal, that 30 minutes before the second goal, like flew by for me. Like they just didn't do anything.
Yeah, me
Where's
too.
Hamza?
It's like watching
Bro,
paint
at some
dry.
point, I looked at the clock and then I saw 85th minute. I'm like, is it not like the 65th minute still? They just don't do anything. And for me,
Yeah, it was a terrible game. It was a terrible game.
If you've seen this with Poch, like Poch is trying to make him into this possession style team. He can't coach a possession style philosophy. He didn't do it at Spurs, and he's trying to do it with this Chelsea team, and he's not succeeding. There's a reason why their second and third goal came on the transition. They had no patterns. The players look completely lost on the pitch. Enzo is one day I'm seeing him left wing, the other day I'm seeing him second striker, and then I'll see him drop between the center backs. Thiago Silva, no disrespect to him, he's an all-timer, one of the best center backs of our generation. But at some point, you just got to give it up. Retirement home is calling. Flamengo in Brazil, go pair up with David Luiz in Brazil. Go play
Grigs,
Copa
you're speaking
Libertadores.
football professional. Enzo played behind Alvarez at River Plate. He's played there before.
Yeah, he played number 10. Number 10.
He played
That's
number
not,
10
for me, that's
River
not where
Plate.
Enzo
He's the
thrives.
number 10.
I don't think Enzo thrives there. I think he's kind of like a deep line playmaker because of his passing range.
And one of our
That's
biggest
where I've always
struggles
said
is
Enzo.
progressing the ball from one side of the pitch to the other. Meanwhile, I have Enzo at times further forward than my number.
I've been one of the few people on YouTube who haven't targeted Enzo.
Sam.
I've actually said he's a good player. Like I've never criticized the guy.
Oh, well, I gotta give him
Nice.
credit. Though. I've never
And I'm
seen
saying he
Enzo
had
run
a
like
good
that.
game
My
against
left though.
Palace as well. I
But
didn't think he was bad.
Sam,
Him or Gallagher.
Sam, let's
You want to know who
play.
your West midfielder was? Caicedo. That's who was
Sam.
your West midfielder.
Sam, I don't think he's I don't think it was the biggest risky buy of someone who's been bought for 10 million. 2-3 months later goes for 110.
100 million, you mean?
Like yeah, bro, that's mad. 3 months later, like the value was so much, and you can't
100%
justify.
increase.
You see, you can't justify World Cup hype because I can tell you a lot of players who have been good in the World Cup and came out to be bad. I'll give you an example, and you're gonna laugh.
Muslera.
He didn't win the World Cup, huh? Who?
Muslera.
I'll
Uruguayan
give you
keeper.
Sam was never a Liverpool fan. El Hadjouf had a fantastic World Cup for Senegal.
Don't ever
Fantastic.
disrespect my legacy. 2002 FIFA World Cup, first thing I ever watched.
No,
Boubacar Diop when Senegal beat France, and El Hadj Diouf played really well in that.
he
Don't.
killed Lilian Thuram.
I will educate you 2002 World Cup right now. Don't disrespect. That was the first football I ever watched. Have some shame, Hamza.
Okay, I never knew that.
2 years old.
But you can see a lot of players I can talk about who had incredible World Cup.
Alif Diao, we signed him.
Amrabat was an incredible World Cup. Griggs even told us that, like, once they signed Amrabat, they would change so well and all that.
You heard Amrabat
He's got he just
Why
got
you
shamed.
why you put him on this,
He's
bro?
the guy.
You know he has a nickname. He called himself the Terminator. He's got to give that up, bro.
People
The
were
Terminator.
selling
You're trying to
dreams,
terminate my
you know.
existence because I don't want to watch you play.
Bro,
I
don't
wanna watch
believe this
that
World
play,
Cup hype, yeah. World Cup hype, you can have a good tournament for 4 or 5
I
games,
agree.
bang it in thing, and then suddenly, I just think I used to see Enzo at River Plate because I used to wake up in the morning because we had signed Alvarez and we used to watch River Plate games. And I remember when we were linked with him for 10 million. But this guy went to Benfica. They must have been laughing. How do we pay a guy 12 weeks before we pay 10 million? We're selling for 100 million. That is a massive profit. And he hadn't won the hearts and minds of Benfica fans. He wasn't like, yo, he's our best player by far.
Don't
No.
lie. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
No,
Don't
one
lie.
second.
Don't lie.
3 months, you don't become the best player for a certain team. I'm sorry.
He
for
was the
you
best
to-
player on that
to
Benfica
me,
team.
You don't. You have to be consistent for a season. So to me, I think Chelsea signing him, and it's come with a huge pressure on him. The pressure is so much on him. People watch Chelsea to watch Enzo and Caicedo. People are looking, where are they? What are they doing? And if they lose, whoa.
Caicedo's been even worse than Enzo, I'll be honest with you.
Huh?
I said
Caicedo's been worse than Enzo, in my opinion.
No, Caicedo was good at that yesterday's game. I think Caicedo was great yesterday.
No, he wasn't. What the hell?
Was
See,
Caicedo
because-
worse?
No,
I thought he was
Caicedo,
decent.
Caicedo was sloppy, but he had a hand in all 3 goals. Both
Yes,
stand the
see,
same. Sloppy,
Caicedo
didn't
was
have a
doing
good
dirty
game.
work,
but he
man.
had an-
Second half he was good. The first half he was
Some
terrible.
don't cast
He was,
Caicedo. Caicedo
he was
was good.
abysmal in the first half. The second half he did pick
Caicedo
it up.
was defending, and I think Chelsea are lucky because that with Crystal Palace with Olise and Eze, they win that game. But I blame Crystal
agree.
Palace. They had their chances, but they didn't take their chances. And I think
Do you think
Chelsea,
Poch is to blame, Hamza?
I think partially he is. I'll put most blame 80% of the owners.
Yes,
then
thank you.
20%.
Thank
And
you.
I'll tell you why the
80%
owners.
agreed with you, Hamza.
Can we say this with Poch though, like with the midfield?
And
Caicedo,
when you come to blame Poch, I'll say who recruited him. If he's that bad, who recruited this guy and why did they show me why they recruited him? I'll question the owners. I say, explain to me why Pochettino was recruited. Tell me the real reason why he recruited Pochettino. You know,
One of
what?
Winstanley or Stewart needs to go as well as Poch.
Yeah. So you know, a lot of Chelsea fans were telling me, the way that he looks after and he models young players into top level. Look what he did at Spurs. That's the answer they gave me.
True, to be fair. True.
Yeah, but Sam, that's true. But Chelsea's are bigger than Spurs. Chelsea and Spurs is different. Chelsea
No,
and
but even
European
Spurs
teams
done it
are
in
twice have won
Spurs.
the Champions League.
No, but that's
Chelsea
not the
done it
point.
in the same
There's-
summer.
Listen,
No,
Chelsea's
but I
a
think what I'm just trying
heritage
to say,
club.
as Spurs, you're allowed to
Chelsea's a
nurture
heritage
them
club.
easier. You're allowed to nurture the players much easier because the pressure is not going to get onto them as quick. Like Harry Kane never had pressure.
Yeah, but that's
onto the
Abramovich
box.
era. That's not Todd Bowley era.
No, what I'm saying, I Poch, like
The
Poch,
pressure
right?
at Chelsea is not like it was Abramovich era at all.
No, but there's still pressure because they finished 12th last year. So the moment they finished 12th last year, this year they had to improve a lot more. They couldn't finish that low
Grigs,
again.
if
They had to finish
spent
top
1
6.
billion and you were 10th, based on where you were last season, we would be absolutely roasting your club right now, and Ten Hag would have been gone. You know this.
I don't, bro, but I'm just saying, like,
So
at
ask
Chelsea,
yourself,
like,
why
Poch,
is Poch not gone yet? Why?
I don't
If
know.
there's
I told you. I told you guys this before. Todd Bowley hates sacking managers. He tries to stay committed to them. Poch is his guy. He chose Poch.
He's the one who sacked Tuchel, and he's the one who sacked
Tuchel, but Tuchel wasn't his guy. He never wanted Tuchel from the beginning.
Potter was his guy, and he sacked him.
Because the result happened. I guess maybe obviously they have a cup final.
I actually agree with Hamza. Todd Bowley is 80% to blame because
I agree with that. I think Todd Bowley is majority to blame too. But I think what Poch is, like what Poch is, like you look at like some of the midfield, like that midfield. Caicedo for me is never.
Can I say something? Hamza, Usam, all of you guys were not on that mountain before me. Just saying. You guys were not on the Todd Bowley.
The Chelsea owners, basically. He said,
yeah, you were not on the Todd Bowley blame train until recently. Let's be honest.
No, me, I blame them.
You weren't saying that at the beginning of the season.
No, go to Sam's channel. I was blaming them for a long time.
No,
I
bro.
said,
oh, you know what it is? Sometimes you just have to take
Egal.
a step back and ask yourself, why are Chelsea crap right now? It cannot be the manager alone. The reason why they're crap.
It can't be.
It cannot be the manager.
Players.
No club has ever done this, you guys. By the way,
What?
Klopp is leaving my club, right? If my club right now go buy 10 players, spend 1 billion, I will call it out. I'm FSG out as is. If they do that, I will call them out even more. I never want that to happen at my club. Never ever sign 10 players, 15 players, 20 players, 25 players. 25 youngsters it's absolute.
To be fair, I don't even think Lewis can name all of them.
Hopefully, you're not in a position where you have to get rid of most of the squad too.
Lewis, can you actually name all the players you signed, or majority of them academy youngsters?
Not majority of them, but there would be a percentage.
Like a large percentage?
I don't know. Can't
Look,
tell you that.
Because the money is ridiculous, but was a lot of it like 13, 10 million, 5 million of youngsters? Like, I'm confused. Like, how did you spend £1 billion in this?
Because it's not a billion, it's 800 million, first off.
Egal. He went to the
if you look at it, Caicedo and Enzo are 1/4 of it.
Was it €1 billion? Why?
No, it was 800 million. They just rounded it up to 1 billion because it sounds better.
Egal. He went on a project of saying
no, but they're including everything you spent in Tuchel's summer.
Yep, 800 million.
Egal. He went
or
to
around 800 something million.
He went once again.
Let Hamza land.
He went on a project of saying, yo, in football, first he doesn't know about football because this guy said 4-4-3 formation, all that I've told you before, yeah? He said he was 12th in the Premier League and he said we will beat Real Madrid 3-0 in the Bernabeu. I was shocked. I was like, yo, you don't say bro, you don't say things like that. You're not going to beat Bernabeu. Like, we're going to beat them 3-0, Bernabeu. And I thought, yo, you're struggling in Premier League so bad. You can't beat Real Madrid Bernabeu. Then Pochettino was asked about Malang Sarr. He said, who? He said, do you know about Malang Sarr? Because who? He doesn't know. They've signed so many players that Poch does not know who's who.
Malang Sarr's been here for about 3 years.
People walking in the dressing room, they need a badge. They need probably a badge. Yeah, what's your name? Or sign here.
That was last year.
Yeah, no, bro, you don't know, bro. And they're players that
exactly. It's like we didn't have a bigger team last season.
Datro Fofana, 30 million. He went on loan for a team. Never wanted. He went to Burnley. Casadei went to Leicester. He was shit at Leicester. They never played him. He's been asked to come back. There's another player.
He playing him a lot, actually.
There's another player. There's another player called Andre Santos that they signed. They said Chelsea fans were telling us, "Oh, you know, our starting lineup will be Andre Santos, Enzo, and Caicedo. Wow, look what he's doing for Brazil under 17." The guy went to Nottingham Forest, couldn't even start. What are we doing here? So
because they signed 3 more midfielders after getting him on.
They signed him for 8-year contract. 8-year contract. 8 year. Guys, if I'm those players, I'm in good. I'm sorted for life. 8 years, you can't get rid of me. You can't get rid of me now. You're paying me all my wages. I'll refuse. So that's the problem. So which club signs players for 8-year contract? These guys were sold a dream of football, sign the next upcoming youngster on 8-year contract. Then that's how you're gonna win it. And they thought that in football, in 2-3 years' time, they're gonna win. But now they've realized the project is shit. The project is a bad project. Which manager would come there and look at those players and who start? How many of those players starts in your football club? None. Disasi doesn't start for Arsenal. Badashile doesn't start for Arsenal. Chu was injury prone. Yeah. Reece James, who's the captain, is never seen. Enzo Fernandez been poor. Caicedo doesn't start ahead of that Declan Rice. Look at that. That's a calamity that Chelsea are in. Like, it's mad.
The maddest thing is that would have been a debate a year ago, but then he encountered Pochettino.
Pochettino's not the only
Yeah,
problem.
Caicedo. Yeah, it's because of
Look,
Pochettino.
Ham's just starting to get
To be
defensive
fair,
again.
Caicedo
Watch your
has to play out of
boyfriend,
position.
get over it.
Caicedo has to
Everything
play
is
out of position.
Defensive
the whole
you
game.
get
fault,
anytime I
bro.
talk about Poch. Have some shame, man.
Can
like
I
he's
just say-
related.
Everything is
Like he's your
Pochettino's
brother.
fault.
Caicedo has been out of position the whole
Guys,
game.
guys,
He's not a
guys.
6.
I
That's
have
very-
the
that's
list.
very evident.
I have the
You
list of
actually bring back
names.
everything Pochettino. You need to
I
call
have
out
the
Todd
list of
Bowley.
names that they've signed.
Mm.
Now
Read-
let's look
read
at
it.
this. This
Yeah.
is
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. He actually shares his share screen now.
Now,
Who's that?
Oh my days.
okay. So Raheem Sterling, two
Yeah.
people I don't really know. Badiashile Madueke. Who's Jay Morgan? Alex Montos. Gabriel
Matos.
Angelo Gabriel is good.
That's very
Leslie
Leslie
we've seen,
Oguchaku.
Leslie we've seen play this season.
Yeah.
Koulibaly's already
Koulibaly.
gone. Chakwezi's injured. Fofana's injured. Santos is in France. Mudrik's been shit. Malagusto's been okay.
Okay.
Nicholas Jackson's actually been okay. I don't know who the next guy is. Robert Sanchez
Moreira.
already a flop.
Whatever. He's on loan.
Omari Hutchinson's on loan. Cucurella, he's been hit or miss, but they actually
paid
don't want it.
73 million.
They don't want him.
For a while, but over.
Aubameyang's
Leslie.
already gone. Fofana's on loan. Enzo Fernandez hasn't been that good. And Kunku's been injured for majority of his time at Chelsea. Who's this Smith guy? Never heard of him.
Samuel Smith.
And
That's a
then
new one.
Disasi's actually been okay for the price they paid. Caicedo has not lived up to the hype, and Lavia hasn't played more than one game.
Bro,
Okay.
let me say what Jackson is the most shameless
Dude, how do you
man.
look at this and you blame
in Premier
Poch? I
League
don't
history.
get it, I swear to God.
You know Jackson.
Why? Do you want to know why? I watch the football games. I don't look
Yeah,
at a
see, I
little
watch the
picture
games
and
as
think,
well.
oh, it's definitely not Poch's fault.
I'm actually in agreement with Hamza. I think he's partially to blame, but
It's partial.
it's about
20%,
how much you
15%
blame
probably.
him.
So then, why did you just ask me how do I look at that and not blame Poch and then just
Or
say
how
it's
much
partial?
percent do you blame Poch? How many percent do you blame Poch?
Percentage.
Yeah.
Because
I actually
recruitment
blame
and-
Poch. I actually blame 60% Poch, 65.
And
because it's the manager
and
I'm higher
Graham
up the
Potter. And Graham Potter, how much percent did you blame him?
For what? For where
For
we
Graham
were at the
Potter,
time?
because it's Graham Potter before that. How much did you blame him? 100%?
Not
60.
100. Not 100.
much?
I'd say 50 because I didn't rate that Chelsea squad at all at the time. I thought even for that standard, though, he was underachieving. 4 wins in 20. That's terrible. Get out.
See, this is the problem. But who's recruiting those guys?
I hear it.
Yeah,
One
that's
of
what I'm saying.
Winstanley or Stewart has to go as well. I
it
said
comes back
this
to the
literally
problem.
5 minutes ago.
So that's what I'm saying. It comes back to the major problem is the recruitment and the
I
owner.
agree.
No, guess what? It's both. They both need to be culpable. They both need to go.
Okay, how
Why
come
trying
they,
to devalue one for the other? No, they're both to
who-
blame.
okay, if you think Pochettino is that bad, don't you think the owners think that Pochettino is bad as you? So
I
why did
think-
you get
I
rid of
think
him?
the owners
Why did
don't
you
want
blame
to
the
start
owners as
again.
well? Why didn't
I
you say
think-
the owners? What the owners gave me this bum guy, the owners gave me the previous bum guy, and they're failing to get rid of this bum guy. But you keep coming back to this guy, but you don't look at the major
Because
problems.
the
That's what
number
I'm
one
saying.
immediate change can be the manager. Although I agree the directors need to go as well. But what the fuck is the point of me saying Bowley and Clearlake out when they're here for another 8 years? You got to at least just criticize and leave it there.
But they
You
have
can't
to
say
be aware.
leave.
They have to be aware that they're causing a major problem because the whole team, you guys,
I
pushing.
think they're
and
going to
the
be
more
aware
years you're
soon when the
spending time,
pockets start
it's
getting
difficult.
dried.
What was that?
Like what's it called? Like obviously you're probably gonna miss out on Champions League, right? That was the main goal this year. They're gonna notice when they go to the bank account this summer and they're like, oh, we have to buy we have to buy more players, and they go look at the bank account and the balance is negative.
We've already got
That's
200
when they'll
million
know.
we can spend before
But
having this.
Yeah, I know, I saw that report.
Enzo said in his statement that they're playing Champions League next season. He said
Of course he wants to
Oh,
believe.
this guy is mad.
That's good mentality. You still believe you can go for it. And as a player, you should think you can go and win every match. So cool. We're the ones looking at the outside in. We
Bro,
can be
that's
subjective.
delusional.
As a player, you're going to look at every match and think, we're going to win. And if not, what the fuck are you doing at my club?
There is no way a player believes.
You know
in
the
him.
Todd Bowley point. If you don't want to blame
Bro,
him,
Enzo
because-
said at the start of the season, our aim is to go and win the league. So what are we talking about?
listen, if
That's
you don't want to
delusional.
blame Todd Bowley, I understand. I actually get where you're coming from. But then whoever this
I
Win
never said
Stanley guy.
don't blame Todd Bowley.
No,
I
I'm
said
saying
my
if
most
you
culpable ones are the
wanna
directors and coach.
Yeah, the
I
directors
understand
isn't
Bowley
the,
takes a lot of responsibility because he hired them. I understand all of that.
no, the two directors, who are they? Win Stanley and
Win
Stewart,
Stanley
right?
and Stewart.
Those are so for
Those
me,
guys are
if you
horrible.
tell me right now, those two, I'd
Get rid
say
of them.
60%, 70% to blame
Yep.
because they done this mess right here.
They will let you down, Lewis. I
Okay.
swear.
They have let
Criminal.
you down. They really have.
I'm
They really
not
have.
here to I'm not here to defend them. Like, what are we talking about? We're arguing over what the percentage of who we think is most responsible is, but we can all agree that they're all responsible. So what are we arguing about?
And let me ask you the last statement.
Yeah, but
If
you
we
said
get rid of
60% punch, which I think is unfair.
Yes, because I
That's
blame the
what we're
manager
arguing.
more because his game management is just fucking awful.
Okay, let me ask him a
He
question.
hasn't
You-
developed anybody and he's made my defense worse.
okay,
Palmer
you get rid of
Palmer
Pochettino.
brought all of that from Man City. He just needed a stage. The fact
We
he's
don't
got
know that.
23 GNA in this Chelsea squad is a testament to him.
Exactly. That's me, Sam. That's the test. Man City youth player is the best player. That's a shame. Man
Yeah,
City
that
youth.
shows you the
That's a
level of the
shame.
squad.
No.
That's
You know
so
what?
shame.
That's
that
a
shows
shame
you
for
how
you.
squad is
That's
bad.
a shame for you
That
because you
shows you
got
how
rid of
bad
him
of
and you
the
brought
players is.
fucking Dodo instead, and he's done nothing the last 4 months.
Who?
That's more shame on you.
Who?
Fuck, shame on you lot for getting rid of him and bringing in
No,
Doku.
but
And
he's
you
not
could have
good
just
enough
kept
for our
Palmer and
side.
been fine.
He's not good enough for our side. He's not good enough to start ahead of Foden.
Sure.
Where would he
Sure.
start? Would he start ahead of Bernardo?
Sure.
Would he start ahead of Foden? Would he start ahead of KDB? Would he start ahead of Rodri? Where would he start? Nowhere.
Start ahead
I'm
of
sorry.
Doku. Start ahead of Doku.
Grealish is starting now.
He'd be over Doku.
He
So
will
you
not
wouldn't have had
start.
to spend the money on Doku. That's
No,
my
no.
point.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think
Palmer's,
the elite.
Palmer's
we've
better
seen-
than both those
Of course
guys right
you don't
now.
believe it.
Bro, I've seen the guy play. Yeah, he's a good player, but he's not elite level. I'm sorry to say that. There's a reason why Pep will never get rid of you if you know he's not elite. Pep
You
will
wanna
never
know
get rid of
something?
you.
Pep didn't want to get rid of Cole Palmer. I'll
Big up, bro.
gladly defend Abdi Palmer. That's my boy. Listen, Cole Palmer is a quality
Remember
player.
surface
He's a
speed,
good player,
remember.
but he's not top.
Right now, the form that he's on, he's playing better than Doku. He's playing better than friggin' Jack Grealish. And,
Bro, you
and
don't
if
know,
you're
man.
telling me,
No,
and
but
if you're telling me,
let's not argue Hamza's semantics
if
here.
you're
Because
telling me he
Hamza,
wouldn't get into the
Hamza's
City
taking
team,
us down a
fair,
rabbit hole.
but let's not do
Forget
that.
whether Palmer starts for City or not. I think he
Yes.
starts too. Forget that. Push that to the side. But his initial point still stands. The fact that a City youth squad player comes in
He's
and
the
he's
best
just a
signing
player
of the 1
it
billion.
shows that the level of the squad is not as good as we think, which is my
Yeah.
initial point to begin with.
He's the best player from that 1 billion
I
spending.
think it's more of an indictment on Man City for letting him go and bringing in Doku. Big fucking waste
Bro,
of money. That
Can I
was.
give you guys an example? Brahim Diaz scored for Real Madrid today. He's a City Academy graduate. Are you telling me Brahim Diaz, because he went to Real Madrid and he's balling out at Real Madrid right now today?
Egal, that's not what Hamza said, though. Let's not change what Hamza said.
No, I-
Hamza's
No,
a
I'm
Hamza's
giving you an
fraud.
example of another City Academy
No,
player.
Brahim Diaz is not Madrid's even
Don't
top
mention
5
this
player, bro.
No, I know,
Bellingham,
but
Chouameni,
today he was one of their
Rudiger,
standout
Pogba,
players.
I can name you right now 10 players better than
No,
Brahim
but
Diaz.
my point is today he was one of their standout players.
No, but
Okay,
Bellingham is the
but
main
that's
guy.
not the point.
And I'm just
Hamza's
saying
point is-
that his point
Hamza's
doesn't
point is
stand.
true. Palmer is Chelsea's best player. He came from the
Yeah,
City
he's
Academy.
Chelsea's best player.
So he's
1
asking
billion.
you,
There you go.
what is the rest
There
of
you
them
go.
then?
If I give you $1 billion to spend and the best
So
player came
what?
from Man City Academy, yeah, Man City guy on the bench,
Bro,
that's a shame.
listen,
Yeah, it is a
the
shame. I
last-
actually
How?
agree with that.
One
You should
second.
just credit
The
to
Chelsea
Palmer. What are
team,
you
the
talking about?
Chelsea team having Palmer as their best player is not an insult. It's actually a compliment to them noticing how good he was at City
Oh.
and taking him away from City.
So come
It's
and take
actually a
a
compliment
Man,
to
I'm
Chelsea.
moving like
Sergio
Palmer
Gomez.
was a panic buy. You know, we wanted Palmer for months, but he wasn't going anywhere until you brought Doku. Then we got given a fee for him. We wanted him the entire summer. It's just you lot told us no, you weren't going to let him go. Then you got Doku and he was available.
Bro, let's not act like everybody here wouldn't take pieces away from City. You had James Milner in your team for years. He came from City. Like,
Yeah, Egal doesn't get the point.
He wasn't their best
Egal
player.
listens to you,
He wasn't
understand the
Liverpool's
point.
best player. Have some
I
Look at
get it.
Hamza's
I get
point.
it that he's their
No,
best
no, you
player.
don't. Look at Hamza's point. He's saying after spending $1 billion, your best player is a City youth
Yes.
player, which
It's a
shows
joke.
that
Wallahi,
the
it's a
rest of the guys, their level isn't as high as we initially thought.
Yeah.
That's why when I made
That
my
is
season
true.
prediction,
Maybe it
I
shows
had
that Palmer's
Chelsea
level is higher than what City even thought.
That is
Okay,
true.
so does
One
Palmer
second, that is
seem-
true.
That's true. Even if that's true, the
That
fact
is
he
true.
came from
But one
City's
thing
youth
is,
is your best player is crazy.
that is true, but it's still, you can't knock him for being their best player.
I'm not
that he's
knocking
their best
him. I'm
player-
knocking Chelsea, Egal. I'm knocking the rest of the squad. How is it?
I'm just saying you can't
I
knock
mean,
Klopp.
he was Palmer's kind of better.
No, but Hamza was going down that route when he started mentioning he wouldn't start.
That's why I
for
took
Man
him back. That's why I made
No,
you
no,
turn.
no,
Let's not act like
Yeah, you're
let's
trying
not
to
act
save
like
him.
Palmer. Let's not act like Palmer came straight
He
from the
would start,
academy
he would
to
start.
Chelsea.
I've
He was
seen
playing first team games. He
You
was
know,
scoring in the
Hamza this whole season
Listen.
has been on defense for the Palmer Foden conversation, Saka Foden conversation.
Yeah,
Everything's
Palmer.
agenda driven.
No,
I can't take his. I
he
can't take.
doesn't listen.
I can't
He
take his
doesn't-
points on
listen,
Palmer
is he
serious
better than
because
Foden?
at the beginning of the season, when Palmer got sold, he said we sold shit for 45 million. I can't believe we got 45 million. Now all of a sudden he's gassing him up. It's
No,
crazy.
no. Listen, I don't want it. He would never start for City. I'm saying, I swear to
Bro,
God.
you said he was shit.
You were
We got
starting
45
him
million.
in
I'm shocked.
You were starting him in the Community Shield and the Super Cup final. You
No,
scored
bro,
in
he
both
came
games.
on.
He won them the Super
He came
Cup.
on. He came on in the Community Shield. He came on in the Community Shield. Yeah,
Let me
he
check.
didn't
Bro,
start.
he won you the
and he
Super
helped-
Cup.
He helped you win a trophy,
second.
but it's more
One
than
second.
those.
Oh, okay, Super Cup. Yeah, Origi won the
That's a
Yo,
Champions
trophy
Lewis,
you never won, by the
when
way.
you
The
sign
Oh,
trophy-
him,
he come off
the
the
trophy
bench.
you
Wow.
never won before.
Lewis,
by the way.
Lewis.
The Super Cup.
Lewis,
Sam, you should have sold Origi.
remind me, when you signed him, did Hamza not say 45 million? We robbed you.
Yeah,
I think
he
Palmer
said he was a
starts for
scrub.
City right
He
now.
said he was a
does.
scrub. He said he hated watching him. He said he
No,
was crap.
Hamza, you
no.
have to be honest. Palmer starts for
Osama,
City.
please,
That's not, don't
Osama.
lie.
Osam,
Oh,
I play-
please, we
Osam,
can
Hamza,
go
of
back to
course
the
he
first
starts for
episode
City,
of
Akhi, of
Rivers.
course.
Osam, let me say
Your
something.
wingers this season have been weak. That's actually one of
Osam,
your
let me say
weaknesses. You
something.
know
I'm
that.
sorry. This is what I said. The stand when you're a champion,
Pick your
and
battles.
you play amongst top level. You
Too late
look
for Hamza. I
different.
just want to kill everyone.
Can I just tell you something? This is the problem with these Premier League fans. You guys are so.
Are you not a Premier League fan?
Gary Neville or something. Every day
One
you
second.
see Gary Neville.
Are you a La Liga fan? Who do you
What?
support?
When you play,
You're a Premier League
with
fan.
top-
What are you talking about?
Listen, if I
This
go on
guy
the
own
pitch,
goals all day, wallah.
okay, let me just go back to basic. I dare you go and play with top ballers in a 5-a-side, and go and play with shit ballers in a 5-a-side. See where you would stand out. That's what I'm
And
saying.
you tell me, man, you're both
You
right.
you stand with shit players because you're shit. But if you're top level, you should stand up with top level players. I'm sorry to say, Palmer is a good player, but he would never have been that elite of Foden, KDB, Bernardo. That level is just too elite. It's not to cast Palmer. Palmer's a good youngster.
One
I love
second.
him.
But Mateus Nunes and Kovacic cut the mustard.
They're not elite levels. They're not elite levels. I'm being honest there. They're not elite
Those
Levels.
are players right there. Those are players right there that Chelsea should have kept. I think Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho should have stayed. I think Koulibaly
I
should
would
have
have kept
stayed.
Jorginho. Kante had massive wages for the injuries that he had, and Kovacic didn't want to be here, and he was absolute cheeks his last season.
Hey, teacher, man, come on.
Kante, if he reduced his wages, I
funny.
would have kept him. But that guy has fit like 6 games a season. I'm good.
Listen, on that note, let us just read the super chats and get out of here. Hamza, can you stay with us for the last 2 minutes so we can just read super chats?
I'm just
If one of
eating.
them-
I'm
Thank
just
you.
eating meat like Ateta.
2 minutes and you can eat.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
Pause, bro.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my
Val,
god.
you have to clip that. Val, you have to clip that right now. You have to clip that. And I'm calling this right now. Listen, here, I'm a man. Clip me right now. Chelsea are going away to the Etihad and getting something. And that Lewis fraud will apologize on Alisters for that potch performance. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we'll see if I'm apologizing.
There you are. There you are.
You go win 4-0, and maybe we'll talk.
No. I said you're gonna get a draw. That's what I said. You're gonna get a draw.
Yeah, you want me to
100%.
celebrate a draw. Oof.
For where you're at right now, that's definitely celebration worthy.
Okay, well, we already drew, and I'm not apologizing.
He
Oh,
coached
come
the
on,
win
man.
in that game, both halves, to be
Just
fair.
eating.
That was your best performance.
All right, Coach Moore wins.
Hamza has zero ball knowledge, Patrick Star settings. Who's Patrick Star? Isn't that the SpongeBob guy?
SpongeBob. Yeah, SpongeBob.
Who's SpongeBob?
You'll never know. You never guess what Patrick's name was in the Arabic version of SpongeBob.
What?
Basit. They couldn't change their name. Yep, they changed their name to Arabic names. They did. What's his name? The crabs guy, the burger guy. His name was Mr.
Oh,
Salta.
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Crab.
In Arabic, Mr. Salta. Gusto was poor. Madueke stunk up. Jackson ghosting again. Midfield was too open.
Winter.
Second half, they only beat Paris because they were tired at the end. That's what Fatur says.
It's
I
true.
thought Madueke played like shit, to be honest with you. Jackson, I think unfair criticism. You just didn't do anything. You did not give him a single chance. Palmer had 2 opportunities to play Jackson through, and he fucked them up. I'll be real with you. Jackson wasn't even that bad, to be honest. Big up to you, Debbie, who says, I know you didn't watch the Super Bowl, but it was a good game. Too bad the Niners lost. Patriots fan here. The Niners lost. I don't even know
Chiefs
who they
Nation.
lost to. Let me
Chiefs
check.
Nation.
Grigs, you're such a glory hunter. Do you just support all like the good teams and shit?
No, I'm not a
He's a
Chiefs fan. I'm a
United
Giants fan,
fan.
but
He's a United
Mahomes is
fan.
my boy.
He's a United
Kansas
fan.
City Chiefs. Kansas City
Yeah,
Chiefs.
Mahomes
won
is
it.
my boy.
I'll be honest with you, Debbie, that's a sport I'm never watching still. Like, yeah, there's bigger chance of me watching Formula One than that shit right there. But big up to you, Debbie. Thank you for the super chat. Big up to Faturu says, Madueke was playing hot potato in the first half. The guy's the most unserious footballer. Oh no, more Palmer and the false 9. Experiment failed. To be fair, when he went right wing, it's not like he played any better. I thought that, listen, it's okay to say Palmer had a bad game. It's not the end of the world. Like, players have bad games. You know?
Let's just take the fact he got 2 assists for what it's worth. Cool.
Fairs. Big up to you, Fatur. Big up to Taruno says, was RB Leipzig robbed versus Real Madrid? Thoughts? I didn't watch the game, to be honest with you. Did anyone here watch it?
No.
Fairs.
Who did you watch?
He bopped them off the park. They got lucky.
I was doing City Copenhagen watch along. When you called
Big
me
club.
out, you were like,
Big club.
No, when you called me
You don't
out,
watch shit
you know,
clubs.
I
You don't watch
I
shit
heard a
clubs.
whole
Big
monologue
club.
about. You're like,
Egal,
my
who
mom
did you
was
watch?
watching some
Egal,
on
who did you
YouTube
watch?
to
Egal,
lose.
who
Blah,
did you watch? Egal, who did you watch, Egal?
I watched both.
No, you can't watch both.
Yeah, you
Your
can.
eyes is somewhere.
Yeah, you can. 2
You got
screens.
one eye there, one eye there.
Bro, CBS Sports here has
Bro,
Paramount. They have multicast. I watch
I have
both.
Discovery. So when one team scores, it tells me, and you can see the goal highlights, and then you come back.
Oh, okay, 1 second. Are you really serious? You sat down watching Leipzig Real Madrid? Well,
No, the game that was on was the City game.
thank you.
But then,
That's
when Real Madrid scored,
we ended
when
there.
Real Madrid scored, I switched over.
No one watches Real Madrid. Heritage means nothing.
No.
Hamza the
Bro.
fraud. Do you know who else wasn't good enough to
Just
start over Lampard and Mikel, but is now a City and Premier League legends? We'll talk in 5 years, though.
Oh.
Ooh, that one hit deep. Hamza, you still don't realize who it is? Still don't
No.
realize, Hamza? Who couldn't start over Mikel and Lampard that is now a City legend? There you are.
Bro,
There you are.
Mourinho cried about begging him to stay. He
There you
rejected
are.
Chelsea.
There you
He
are.
rejected Chelsea. He said, I want to leave. Mourinho begged him. He said,
KDB is a bigger Premier League legend.
Mourinho begged him. He said, I begged him.
Hey, his
Yeah,
logic is...
he's begging fucking Palmer too.
Hey, Lewis, you know what's funny? His logic is Palmer would never start for Man City. He wasn't
You know
good enough.
Mourinho.
Okay,
You know
KDB wasn't
Mourinho.
good enough for Chelsea then.
You know
Where did he go
Mourinho.
from here?
Mourinho said, I begged him to stay. I begged
Wallahi,
him.
today, Hamza,
I
Hamza,
felt that I did not want
Hamza,
him to leave. I
today,
thought the owners will make a big mistake losing him.
There was another
Hamza,
Chelsea player,
today,
Marco
this is the
Morel,
worst I've
like-
ever seen you get cooked. I think it's like 9-0 now.
I can't lie, Hamza got cooked today still. Big up to you. Big up to you, Blaze. As an Arsenal fan,
Who cooked
Foden is
me, man?
levels above Saka. That's what Bimero
Fair.
says.
Some people.
Fairs. And finally, Fatur says, Hamza, pressure is on you Saturday. You must then beat Chelsea.
They're claiming underdog for that too.
We got
I
injuries.
dare you
We got
say you're
injuries.
underdog versus Chelsea. I dare you say you're underdog.
He said we have injuries.
Hassan, we got injuries. Jack Grealish is
Yeah,
injured.
wallah, you're actually claiming underdog versus Chelsea.
No.
Yo, Hussam, bro. This is ridiculous.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying we know. We know the
Okay,
score.
alhamdulillah.
But we just got injuries.
Fair. Big up to you, Fatur. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yo, this Hamza guy, Allah, he was about to make me lose my mind if he said he's underdog against Chelsea. I'd have fucking lost it. Listen, big up to Taran, big up to Debbie, big up to Fatur, Felipe, big up to Andy, big up to Hallway, big up to Nadra, Ed, Chris, Bimero, Blaze, Karimi. Big up to you guys. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. I appreciate you guys, all the love you guys have shown us. We're going to be redirecting to a different sport. Everyone stick around. We're going to be taking you to Staffy's basketball watch along. He's doing an NBA watch along. So make sure you guys go watch that as well. He's doing a Bucks Heat watch along, I think it is. Yeah, it is Bucks Heat. So make sure you guys go tune into that. All these incredible guys, all their content, all their channels are in the description. Egal Talks Football's in the description. Grigs Talks. I was in his chat today. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Grigs Talks. Subscribe to Hamza Talks Ball. Despite he talks shit about me, on Twitter and on YouTube. Still my brother. So go subscribe Hamza Talks Ball. Go subscribe to Carefree Lewis G. You'll see me there every time Chelsea score, asking him to apologize. So big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking this video. Make sure you guys are subscribing, share the video everywhere. I'm going to be back tomorrow, inshallah, at 1 p.m. UK time with Northside and LB. We have a title race special on our hands. Arsenal fan, City fan, Liverpool fan. Let's talk about the title race. So big up to all of you guys. Subscribe to all these great people. And we're going to see you guys tomorrow, inshallah, at 1 p.m. Stick around. Go to Staffy TV. Tell him this is Hussam TV now. Hussam TV. Spam it on Staffy TV. We're taking over that channel like that. Peace out.